nebo vijana chekikakisiren in kazi mtaani, and then nakoboin ko fictitious payment ko kiane kamiten the committee ok kyoker ako kiyamegei ako takwamegei kora ke impeachment governor yemayatestai ko implement the report. Otimache inai serikalit nemuche kobesenchi contractor rabinik ko serikalitab Dr. Mutai.
Why do you say so?
Ngamun kimuch kobesenchi contractor 42 companies 85 million. That's why kamwa ale imuche kobesenda rabinik sinyokwai biik kasit baadaye. So kokiagere ale makararan. Ane ko kia contractor kotomo ae ko MCA. Ako keng'ololi nguni kwa patron nebo Kericho Contractors Association nemiten en taonitab Kericho ne notet indochin chemung'arainik tugul anan wanabiashara chebo contract ak suppliers en Kericho.
Mheshimiwa komesiptege inimwa ile contractor ko according to Governor Mutai ko ikamwa kole biik chekimi ad hoc committee ko contractors akichek tugul.
Mamwa la contractor kole kotomo ae ko MCA ko biashara nikyo anendet ko contractor.
Ise kode nikine kimwa Governor kole biik chekimiten ad hoc committee ko ala contractors.
Laini ko kisinda komwa kole ngongo che contractor.
Kimwa komwa amuche amwa. Are you comfortable amwa?
Comfortable mache mwa.
No. Bwana Magerer.
No, he still speaking.
No, kako ni barainda. Mwawe bichu amoni. Agenge en argument chebo governor.
Agenge nende. Omamwa chito age ne mamiyo. Amwa nende sikoteteange.
Itinye evidence.
Agenge nende.
Itinye evidence.
Ara ko rahisi kityo ibet. Mwae kampunit akomwa CR12 akosoman
ak kikenai nyikere they hide behind CR12. Lakini kingen kele companies ko chechwak and they are either working by proxy. Chemwae icheket kele chichon akikoin kasit amun kasit. So matongebe details chichon leta ngetestai
waziri
kit nekonyolu kemwa.
Waziri inye ku MP kirichop policies kirichop sheria en parliament. Ane kotomo asikyo MP. Yon kemwa ile contractor chito nekile imwoe paka kampunit. Otko memwa kampunit nyun kerkei yo kele kwondonyu Rose. Ko kwondonyu Rose ngamun kemwa ile Rose. Ane ndo kele chene amache imwa Magerer amache imwa specific ile kampunitab Reso ko neni ak neni. Otko mamwa kole neni ak neni ko ma contractor. Ane a director nebo Arins Company Limited. Akameker Arins Company Limited since 2015 kotomo kwa biashara en county atomo kwa biashara even in national government. Awa mo reasons ma biashara en county government. Oui
mwache bo proximity mwache ku chemi kaineng.
Otimache imwoe proxy nonet Magerer ile proxy company nengunget koni.
Arab Korir, if you will allow us to come to that direction,
yes,
I'll sit with finance. I'll go with listing.
So maybe evidence good.
No, more evidence. More so that it's a make a mistake.
Anyway, I'm get you. Bwana Mheshimiwa Korir. Wao the whistleblower ko MC jiba county Bakricho. Kile aso awaktene report nekibo bwana Fred. Kiu chabo tini impeachment governor anakiboishen report nebo bwana Fred.
Ni mwa ile kiboishen report nebo engineer Fred. Koge ngolo amwa una mune
yes lakini kitari ngete black one ko
ndega ko mwa engineer Fred kole kikeliponis rabinik che makyai kasit ak kenyoru kele kikyai kasit ko kitakimbiyen engineer Fred
ko kilya ko kimoni tugul
47
MCS
malazi ba
ngot ko mheshimiwa ngot ko mengibete rabishek chu omwai ana chu kemwa this fictitious payment kimya doc report mo noton au kibete rabishek chu 47 rabishek chu 85 million chekikon bwana Fred commission blowing ako waktenen report kiu chepotin ko MC chebo content bakricho o impeachment governor before kiao nyoru evidence before ko nyoko ngong bwana Mutai bwana Fred
one ground nenona enebo fictitious payment ani grounds alak ko mwoe ne mwoe kole kimwoe kora engineer Fred tebe Magerer ko bunu Kipkelion West ele ki MP nena bunu Kipkelion Ward elengen kole makitech korik chekikimwa kele kikitech chekikilipan rabinik en February 2.9 million ko kiboru Senate kele makitech korichu. Oye Magerer teben otikiketech korichu iteben kityo Magerer otikiketech.
Mheshimiwa kiketech
kimaketeche korik it was renovation.
Kikirenovate no Magerer.
Tomo ager. Lakini atinye report nengwong en iro.
Tomo ibeker. So amache kebagay no.
Kikeliban itebe kityo kikeliban
according to report nengwong kokole kikeliban.
Yes. Ko notet neta nekikonech keimpeachan governor kikiliban 2.9 million.
Ko kilibani governor anan kilibani an officer.
Very good. Kamache nyon yona. Ingen ile ote ward nyu. Ele bire ngura ele bare workshop primary. Komange kole Magerer ko.
Correct.
Kibirchi kura big lo. Ko neta ko kibirchi president. That's why ni nyorwon Magerer sait ko ki MP ko tebe project kolelen tomo kete nguni takotebe kolelen tomo kete kwe referral hospital en Londian. Tomo kete kwe and you cannot impeach because you have no that power.
Correct.
Tebe kolelen national government ko tomo koiwe kasit. Who is the national government? Is the president. Ni tuta sub counties ketebe kele tomo koiwe MP kasit. Who is the MP? Chito nekilewe Raya. Ko kilewe Raya chebo Kericho County en aratab 2022 ko kilewen biik lo. Ko kingolewen biik choto lo ko neta ko president, ko lewen MP, ko lewen governor, ko lewen senator, ko lewen MCA ak ko lewen women rep. Mami ile bitune Magerer en tuguchu tugul. Ko biik kikilewen ko chekitinye mandate kyochi Raya kasit. Ko en county government ko chito netindo mandate kochi biik kasit ako executive implement inendet kekuren His Excellency Dr. Eric Mutai nikikochi Raya boisiet ak Dr. Engineer ak Engineer Fred. Konget bichoto konyo kocheng kiboitinik kwak kotoret ne kiboitiot nguni Magerer nebo Dr. Mutai.
Correct.
Ako nguni ngeng'ololien tuguk tugul chemwon Magerer komwon Dr. Mutai indirectly. So ngemwa kele tom Kilias impeach governor akimu kosainen County Government Act section 3F komwoe kole responsibilities nebo ribetab tugukab county, responsibility nebo ribetab tugukab emet in county government ko it is only one person by the name Dr. Eric Mutai. Amamwa kole Dr. Eric Mutai. Mwa kole it is the governor ne responsibility nebo ribetab tugukab county.
Arab good.
Misinterpretation nebo sagonen mheshimiwa grounds of impeachment chekyogonen governor kikiib koba senate komwa ole moya makaki nekitil in senate. Is it true?
Gerenyon nekikere senate ko because of one kiboisien kiboisien ngalekab numbers ko hakikishan kole matoko proceedent the hearing nebo substantive motion and substantive grounds chekikokikoita ke impeachment governor, but nevertheless makimogen kiyono
kikiliban senate
ko kikiachieve ko ki county assembly kikiachieve in terms of kokoswei senate in this time ko mau nikibo first impeachment kitako kaswei senate kandan kitako koimutu od Magerer MCS konyomo kole makibir kura makilianan ko kikaswei senate akinai Raya
kimakomutu kiyaki nebo senate kokus
ko angolole sitini tebe Magerer kiyaki nebo senate kokas lakini akot line up chekikokinde echek chebo witnesses en kesit nekikitinye en senate ko kikokinde koron neta ko kikokinde motion mover, that is Rogony. Okingende Rogony sokolian Rogony ko soko explain about the motion nekale kimeke impeachment governor. Aki komwa kole kimeke impeachment governor konyor kurset ak konyor support nebo 33 MCS. Kinyor support nebo 33 MCS.
It was not substantiated, so they are not 33. Mati mislead the public. Mwa ukweli.
Kikinyoru MCS 33 ingen Magerer ma MCA amagi ne go support na equalizer. So ingenyoru 33 MCS. Ingenyoru 33 MCS. That's why he proceeded motion from the 15 age proceeded ke the Senate. Ken witness nata ko kikikochi Kiprotich Rogony. Ko kikikoni Kiprotich Rogony ko so komwochi Senate ak komwochi emet kole amune samacha impeachment the governor. Ko goseria ak kokon tuguk chekika laying down chekitinye governor Dr. Mutai. Our second witness ko ki chairman kibo fictitious payment kibare Honorable Albert Kipkoech nebo Soliat Ward. Ko sikekonu biik ondegere icheket ko kikonu kityo witness chemosire 5. Another witness ko chito nekikuren Bet ki CEO nebo ICT. Ko CEO nebo ICT ko kiwot kimuko part of our argument kingebendi Senate, lakini we wanted to prove the point nikikimwa kele boisien governor lugait ne makararan en staff chechik, boisien lugait ne makararan en MCAs ot board nebo kapkatet kana ko bara mi kanisetab Wonders ko kibochub governor award, kibochub kileji mamite metit matindo metit. So another thing is that kikiline up CC kikimwa kiboru kele governor ni kana ko governor kekere kuni kosome baka 5,000 of which maya isob rabinik, lakini is coercing and making the staff chechiket kolyan ko contribute.
So en wakindo ko mawaya makak tiletab Senate.
Tiletab Senate ko makitinye ngal, kikokonech Senate ak kekoswe cheche kesit. Biik kityo chemasikyi ko defenden kesinywan ko Magerer ak governor
ko kiwin
ak legal chechwak kiwi ara yon kewinen en kewinen en numbers issues chebo numbers anan ko procedure ko mewinen kesi mawal akot kole tissue ko ki 2750 mawal Magerer kole koi ko kiboru en Senate kele kikelipan ko tomo kelipan mapingan. So kiyange akesinyo
so wekinge bwana Mheshimiwa Mathew mi kinamache si arorwech akobo ministry noto nebo Magerer mi kit nekemache iwalu Mheshimiwa
Mamwon Magerer inendet Mamwon Magerer kole kibagenge cooperative society ko
anyateben Mheshimiwa
2021 lakini supply ne Magerer February this year akolipan contractor neka supply
anyateben Mheshimiwa Magerer waziri kami kit nekemache iwalu bwana
kamache amwochi korok alenji bwana MCA matile magi agi aboisien donated powers chebo His Excellency the Governor of Kericho County, which was given to him by the people of Kericho County and the Constitution of the Republic of Kenya. You better know that thing ele maraming amachomo. So now I speak for government. Ago government nebo Dr. Mutai is a government constituted of His Excellency the Governor, His Excellency the Deputy Governor, and 10 CECs. Chegi yosyo kuyongi yosi koyosyo en kiyoyoshi ko kiyoyoshi konamge ak donated power nekikonon Dr. Mutai empower chekigochi biik akogochi katiba. So amache I respect position in order.
Okay,
respect non kwane you had your time.
Magerer is my friend.
You had your time.
And then Magerer
you had your time.
Magerer I want to ama bringing to order kidogo. Inye ko ka donate nu chito nikikilewen powers.
Nothing wrong with.
Kwane ko ka donate nu raya ku nikikilewen. So it is the same thing. You are my you serve as a category of my peer in this case.
No. Mheshimiwa magaigerin kabwatutik chikomwaun ale ma correct. Let me tell you one thing. National government ko kiki-elect president of the Republic of Kenya. He has donated his power to county to cabinet secretaries who can act tuguk cheyonotin en katiba nebo Kenya. It is the same a situation about county government.
Yes.
Yeah, so don't say I'm category about your PA. I'm not your PA.
We are donating powers, all of us.
We all have donated powers under Article 1 and 2 of the Constitution.
Yes.
Omele ni le special nengunga mungi le ni raya directly. More special. That is the attitude. No tinda ine mo mucho guyole. Raya is the overall honor nebo authority tukul. Ako gipchei MCA anang gipchei national government, gipchei county government, yagit county government, gipchei MCAs, ak gipchei county governor, ak eleji governor amuwo county imuchi boisien big and departments go. So respect that part of the constitution. Let us progress. Now kabaro walji bwana Mathew. Kale giginyoru 33. Ako ngendene kole manyor. We proved beyond any reasonable doubt. Procedure nebo impeachment nebo govern ko kimwa katiba kimo mwoe Mathew o kimo mwoe county assembly nebo Kericho kimwa katiba nebo Kenya kole lazima korok ioteinen support nebo allegations ichon tugul nebo 2/3 of sitting members chebo at that particular assembly. He knows they didn't achieve ko kitagone kotko mogoshin kotko Mathew ak Campo 6 chegi chobe ngale choto kole kagechob kuni kimae kelabate Senate kobo kole Senate andi bichun alaki this is part of that report andi bichun alaki ko kole ne komo attain the numbers. You tried actually to usurp the constitution. Nekamache amwa Arap Korir ale nyolu kichungusan assembly ni Kericho amun kot komuche kotiem ko circumvent constitution ko votenji other members. Ako gen kole konyor 33 when they know they didn't get. Is a lie. Kingen got MCAs alak chemo voten even though you kept them on your side. We know them. So kamache amwa kityo not ale you did not achieve, and that is why yani process number 1 ko keger kele motion ni kokiibi is it proper before the Senate of the Republic of Kenya. And the first determinant kone kikingalalen en Kericho County, yes. Kinyor support nebo 2/3, no. Kota kingalalen the motion which is not
proven in Senate. Ako giip kwa Senate kot ke discussenen.
Kiki discussenen because it was a general discussion. Magiva count by count.
You remember the first impeachment Mheshimiwa Waziri? Ile kikiterminaten in state.
I will tell you what happened. Oina mi ginegekuren in preliminary objection. Sheria ke preliminary objection ko refereni kityo en kebeberta ne kakwerge sheria. For example, kot ko kaki ne kanyolu kengalalen environmental court ako kaki koba kengalalen kotini nebo lok kole ne sheria magi prosecute this matter correctly. Unoto inoni ko kinyolu keyai chekikuren you know ketebe Senate kelen ke dropen kesini because malianinyi ma achieve the numbers chekikimoche, which was supposed to be argued. Akemwa kele kitinye proof kele ma achieve, kitinye 18 MCAs che ma approve the motion. Therefore it leaves the balance of 29 en komosin, which is less than 32 chekimoche. Kongetebe na kicheke ko lacha kikiachieve kitinye 33 aketinye nenye proof. Unoto no, I want to bring so that koelewan bi ko launch seneti amun ko argument kekure na ni trial within trial. That was the ruling negimwa in Bwana Speaker. Ko le trial within trial. So the bigger trial is the entire impeachment, but there is this trial of whether the threshold ko giginyor ana moginyor, which is how the Senate now prosecuted. Ko ngap kiage line nena witnesses ko in Senate ko mewole memuchi walile bas na namuta inengen kole kikakiitke ko kitenju yoche presenten all the witnesses, and that is why I'm happy amun kinyor Mheshimiwa Rogony ko gonyorany opportunity komwa tuguk chekimoche komwa, although magiba substantively ke decided, but it is in the record nebo Senate. You know Senate is a house of records, so me record kele kikimwa ngalechu lakini now en trial within trial netai ko loosen county assembly mo achieve the numbers. Therefore constitutionally ko maimuche kotestai prosecution inon en sababu ne unon.
Mheshimiwa, is it ad hoc report?
I cannot tell this ad hoc report and amangole ko ba magare
ni soma
ad hoc report nitan
ad hoc report ko ma pages
kalga pulen part of
ad hoc report committee ko 71 pages ko la 71 lakini je just ko 3 pages so de itiaginye imwoni ile ona taje
no ninye Mheshimiwa igere ko miten igere ko part of nini neginya
ad hoc report na ba assembly ko stamp
maishe enduki agisro Mheshimiwa singete tai ngot ko boisie Magerer ni
agere ko revise Magerer tuguchu tugul ko mamuchi ngamun kachanga tuguk che kokesir report ni koron ngolole.
So you are denying your own report.
What is it called?
Conclusions che quote.
What is Magerer tuguk che changen ro chema ki magesir. So
kotogele report ni ko mabamani
pa Magerer no.
Now, kama Mheshimiwa Magerer kole it was a political cycle in ngalekab impeachment motion, is it true?
No. Ma political ndagi political ko gitogere tuguk che chak. Aneta amache ateben kityo Magerer. Ako pichu ko choronok chu. Ako kosakane takiityin asikobit kei kasit takyochi raya kasit. Makararan boryenik cheyoe tugul ko imen. Kimwa chito ot kole makinereche tor kobirirto ne asista. Magerer kongen ngeng'ololen ro ko biikab Londian. Ako komoche anet biikab bororiet en betutab raini. making'ololen kele kingechanga rabinik kwam gavana betunotet betutab nekikiame rabinik. Amache na explain sikokuyo biik. What happened kingechanga the 14 million Magerer ako amache iib nafasi ni ngamun ami yu anetin ak anet bororiet kora en yutet. Kikichangan the 14 million. Kingechanga the 14 million kong'et the county secretary then Wesley Bor ak the committee nikikaformen governor. You know it was even wrong for the governor kuformen committee nebo this money. Keib rabinik chotet direct to the county account. Ko rabinik tugul Magerer elengende yon kakochut rabinik county account koyoche kekon konyo assembly sikeyai appropriation ke budgeten en assembly.
Right.
Lakini rabinik chu kokanyikinde donors account. Konyo kobur en donors account ko kingen it keteb kele kalya rabinik chu. Ko kya koboisien rabinik chu bokonget 4 million Magerer. Ko ingonget 4 million koyai kokochi the victims chikibo Londiani the 4 million. Lakini the 9 million koboto chu kikilipanen 10 chu kikilyonen ko kingebwan the ad hoc committee ngamun kiamiten kia member nebo the ad hoc committee notet ko ki Moses ko ki chairman. Ko kingebwan with that ad hoc committee Magerer. The county government kingenai kele kikemishuse rabinik kwa account age nekikuren emergency fund account. Ko emergency funds account ko yatat en Equity Bank. Yatat en Equity Bank, who is the signatories? Signatory neta ko CFO Fernandez. That is the CPA. Accountant signatory number 2 ko OT. Accountant number 4 ko by then is the chief officer finance. Ame kuyo koron elegamwa kerga ak funeral alak tugul chekitinye resop.
Kainet ko nga.
Kole kerga ak fundraising tugul chekitinye resop. Konget chito kikib rabinik chu paka the county account. To the county account. Kongoitu to the county account Magerer ko kakoek part of the revenue in the first place. Ako amache ikuye yote. Kakoek the part of the revenue. Ko kangonyi kicher kemissions and this money kole governor because I have the role kakachanga ni me rabinik. Ko yoche achengi the victims chebo Londiani chikibek ak chikiumioso rabinik. Wo account nekikuren emergency fund account. Ko emergency fund account Magerer ko ingen kibudgeteni non en county assembly. Kibudgeteni en cabinet akoyoku to the county assembly. Kono budgeten en cabinet Magerer kalya kangeteb kele kilya sicheru the 9 million from this emergency fund account ak ibekochi victims ak kikokichongochi victims. Kalya
kicheru Magerer an example.
Kagonus Magerer is here in that capacity of the governor.
Yes.
Ngele kimache wanai raya ko male kicheru Magerer.
In that capacity of the governor is here in the capacity of the executive. I'm here in the capacity of the county assembly and anami kutionro.
Mheshimiwa kama je kama ile kicheru Magerer ko kama konai bi kole kicheru Magerer anake konu example.
Agonu example. Okay. So this 9 million ko kit neimeche jagat keteb kele kingechanga rabinik ko kayam rabinik chui ko kaliasibe cheru kora chebo raya. Chebo Recho, chebo Joseph, chebo ngo choche kechopchinen tarachoshek. Ndaulan kabut karit en wi ako tarbi where this is the account nekicherune rabinik. Yan kabut etiet.
So Mathew.
So our issue is not the 14 million Magerer. Our issue concern Londiani issue is 9 million. Chikikichere an emergency account ke clarify nen the fundraising amount chikibo Londiani.
Chamwani.
Yes.
Chamwani kiamwa yote hii. Siger got ko right anaro. The issue now according to what I hear is not 9 million victims chebo Londia. It is the removal of 9 million from the emergency fund account. Yes. So let us leave out the victims of Londian.
Yes.
May their souls rest in peace.
Yes.
Kaliana so ibugi abogora to whip emotions. Agogi ki torchike beberata. Pagoto dileneni ak the gap neki created 9 million. Chegogichere emergency fund. And you leave the Londian victims alone. Kuruya bichon en le mokta go mukta inde. Ago subcha chegi go subcha.
Pagero ta nye. You know you are a leader.
Matoibu, you know emotions.
Igondo ende kwagere nyocololi mursige agava naeni anachego elondian. What were you celebrating? How do you celebrate after eating a funeral money? Elondian.
Mheshimiwa, otinye evidence kabisa ule kibete 85 million.
Kibetyo. Ama 85 million 85 plus 9 million plus 39 million chebo kazi mtaani ak strategic intervention chemi yu Magerer.
Kibet en ano rabishek chu?
Kibet
provide evidence konu ile kibetyo en ireu. So that sikengalalen
amekoluwa Magerer kitaen. Kateb ole Magerer inye ibunu Kipkelion West, ibunu Kipkelion Ward, ECC in charge of agriculture. Kibagenge cooperative society ko yatat ndakibendi nguno. Kateberen kityo.
Kibagenge ko momi Kipkelion West.
No. Kibite mburete.
Konyalu ingen amun ECC.
Kateberen ninatebi je.
Arama yatat.
Kale yatat. Ko ndakibendi nguno ko yatat.
Yes. Gebe after this mi garit.
Kigire
ago ndichu bi garit.
Ago mi gab litain. Kigire cooperative society noton in 2021. Ruskebe nemite Londian. Magerer, I was part of the committee. I'm very much informed on what happened in fictitious payment. Ruskebe ko kikileji chito ko supply 7,000 kgs chebo maize jam. He supplied at Magerer. He supplied 200 kilos. Minus 68 kilos, 6,800 kilos. Kon ako supply niyo, ka supply ni target 11, alagi supply ni target 26 sikebenti tek ado committee. Kikilipa niyo bicho. Kikilipa ni mwezi wa pili. Magerer amate bana.
Very simple.
Agumaje. Magerer kidogo.
Magerer.
Amaje kityate bana. Kichame county ni. Akot kechame county ni. Ongebwa meset with cleaners. Akot kechame county ni. Onge chingipsikishe chu kasit. Onge ole mabete chorset. Lani onge chor ichorten iyoche 90%. The issue ne ngololen en Magerer. Kelipan biik en mwezi wa pili chetomo kwai kasit asinyo kwai mwezi wa saba kikuren en ano Magerer.
Anakiyai down payment.
Yes, that's why college serikalit college kityo serikalit neyoni kobesenchi wanabiashara rabinik kekonin kele situn iyai ko Kericho county
government. Documented?
Makidocumented. Nyike document, that's why nyoru LSO koride ni tarikit 25 ko kakisign ni tarikit 21. You get shocked. Endu kikigere.
Mheshimiwa kiyoe kou ndondon kiyoe down payment.
Mamuche amwa anything amun ngongalalen February ingele kyochutu system ane later. But I have tried. Kiro visit no Ruskebe no nimwe.
Yes.
Kiro agere what is happening.
Yes.
I have had a meeting with the committee.
Yes.
And even the problems with Ruskebe, those other ones nimwe, because they are more than even ngalechoning ngolole ngilenen mage supply.
Magerer. Swali kityo ne rahisi. Kisip kelipan asoko supply anan ki supply asake kelipan.
Ka mwauni ki nenyolu inai Mathew. When you and you are, it is good because he again contractors. Yangage tenderen unless ko proven kola contractor using which company. And mama warazo. Call the patron Kericho contractors, meaning that I don't do business as me. And there is no mamita. Go to your moset katwalet.
Pala mamita ngakta.
Ikano dubse ngizolo mauti moset katwalet.
No, katebani etete mwa ila contractor imwe gambunit kityo.
Abo ibu.
Ara isinia.
So mheshimiwa.
Ara mwa gambunit.
Mheshimiwa kimage pretend chonge mwa ile contractor bwana Magerer bwana nani bwana Korir. Ko fake news kora.
Baga mwa ene.
Kale kingo MCA. Mara kingo bet kampuni.
Nguni kone.
Kale ngoma kisi kampuni.
Nguni kone. Tebeno. Magale patron.
Magerer, it is very simple.
How do you
ko ma ego MCA.
Ko ki patron.
Ko kia contractor nebo Kericho. Akwa contractor in any other part. Kotomo ego MCA.
So am I wrong?
Kale kotomo ego MCA. MCA nguni Magerer. Ako maje warasi ego factual ako mo ngomuni nyu. Wale na Rins Company Limited.
Iyo no.
We ageger. Mo ego contract. Mo ba kile kia ego contract. Are mo tiki ko na department. Kiboto ni masoya.
Mheshimiwa bwana Korir. Magerer walwegi negatebin.
Yes.
Negate mheshimiwa.
What I can say after kogago tema swali chon got ko gi prove na mundo mager the documentations che gitindo. I visited Ruskebe. Mo visited Anjona. I visited Ruskebe. And I found kigi supply mi Londian town here. I found kigi supplying some material.
Magerer atile som atinye quantities anene
amwae sana ole som amu mabima
lakini
inye ko kibima
akemwae Magerer ile kikisupply ni
aya magera in the date, but what my concern was kikisupply some material. Now after engagement negibo, I think my CEOs and departments your visitation, this is what you said ngandani mache deny in your report kiomwa ole nenero specific this one he knows the truth. The specific ad hoc committee specific recommendations number 10.015 okay kokale that works goods and services procured be delivered within 28 days from the approval of this report, meaning that kibogo satisfied committee angalek che kingololjin ak pik che kimi yota, be it the contractor, because I was not there, be it the contractor atago management nebo ruskebe unota konyoko sira ingole ingen supply na those goods within 28 days of approval of this report or the affected suppliers be surcharged. Kimosiri report it is your report. I'm done.
Amaja our record. Report and Magerer Kochugo just return in office. That is not our report.
These affect
and then the members of the public. Members of the public. Members of the public.
He knows the report.
He mangs them Byros report. This is not our report, and I will not answer anything. Report nebo Magerer.
The reason why I pay Mheshimiwa. Amaje gena ngutkeboishe report nebo Mheshimiwa Magerer anagiste kwa taba.
Yaje geiste gamma na nyune katamwa ngole gibu report aso the genuine report from the county assembly.
Bring it.
Next stamp.
Bring it.
County assembly is also records, also procedures. That's why mamuja awon the report.
Itinye simoit?
Report? Money is more, but I can ask. That is not a
why don't you ask?
That's not a
what I want to do. Kina amaje gai Mheshimiwa. Amaje ite report not
ne.
Sige compare kene gelu wari varud Mheshimiwa Magerer agochokwe ad report. Ke cancel report nebo Mheshimiwa Magerer.
Correct.
I can ask.
Lakini testa Mheshimiwa landukul.
So kokamwa ole in my view kinogere konge discuss recommendations because we sat as cabinet age reviewing kele kimache ne assembly in the adoption of the report, and this is part of what we got. Nguni ke counting the days from the approval of the report ngandangi disrupt the appearance in Senate ko kegere go togo mibichu within the range the nyolu go provide those services. Assembly itself pronounce itself ko lei kot ko magiai tuguchu ko geger changa mwatugul kot ko magiai ana magiai to the satisfactory nini nebo the committee negiwendi and the assembly ko gigonu 28 days anangesa ajajen chama igoro toijoan in companies chegigigochi boisionoto, and that matter closes there. It should wait for 28 days. Lakini kagine ko mwoe ko kingoitu this report ko go table in the impeachment of governor based on inability nebo governor to implement the resolutions chebo assembly.
Achabe Magerer kandanga sire report ninye ko chamchi 28 days ko cham muna waziri kandan 28 days Magerer.
He knows what he said.
Kale kandan 28 days ka cham ngamun revise ni tate ako cham ngamun gele koro somanen executive koro lianen koro the finance.
Yes
ngele
Magerer
Mheshimiwa
kisoman report and recommendation chiki ba Londian.
Yes
ko kikole ne recommendation chebo Londian
ngalekab Londian ni
what was the recommendation
the main issue we can still get the report.
Gamun they want to implement the report. How many days negibo Londian ibare tare nangora imoe chile kisoma recommendation chebo kasimtan.
That is the report that we have not had. We sat yesterday, and this is the report we discussed.
So, meeting report again.
No. Tindo the office of the governor, but it has not been provided to the cabinet.
A report about fictitious payment. You are a very good student in terms of how you can even also.
Definitely, I'm a good student.
Yes, or now even
a better student.
Okay, I have no problem.
Yes,
there is nothing that can prove that. The issue Magerer, kikikonu one of the recommendation kelechi
know how executive has functioned. Like in this report kama unole kogi discussenen amut as cabinet.
Magerer mi recommendation jege ikono kidogo tu mheshimiwa, mi recommendation jege ikono cheki ki recommendation jugu inyolo kwa governor kingo ga formen ad committee ako cheru in recommendation chekwaget kyugo kasarta governor netian kwaktenen the report
0 days
oy ni amate bana otiko kilipan chita February report ko nyige konu en August. How many months kongeten yo? February to August. How many months? Lo. Amne si some 28 days. Amne si P.
You are the ones.
Amne si P the county assembly on 28 days. Amegere 6 months chikiri liban contract amae kasi. Ate benen kityo. Ate be Magerer. Kipkelion waziri.
Yes.
Kipkelion West. Kipkelion Ward. Elebunu. Elemi gorik chikile chaki CEO nebo housing. Elegi kiliban kamunne kubara Diprol 2.9 million. Waziri. Ndakibendi nguni ko kikitech korik choton. Katep kityo noto. Ndakibendi nguni.
Kamwa ale kimoketeche korik.
Kikirinovaten.
Pakiri misleading the public.
Kikirinovaten.
Kiketech korik chon.
Kikirinovaten.
Some of them.
Kale kikirinovaten to the standard.
Yes. No. Tomo kotar. According to you,
Patis ko kikelipan Magerer.
Kyobo inspector.
Kale kikelipan Magerer.
Kyobo inspector ni. It is just the same way yon kakikoi contractor kasit akelipan amo chobo ko complain sa public. What do? You recall the guy.
Who get defendant kektaje man. Otko Magerer inendet kabisa nelelen is a very clean man, honest man. Konge kole kilipan contractor February 2.9 million.
Kemwowo
2.9 million. Punu Kipkelion Ward.
Kemwowo
Punu Kipkelion Ward Magerer. Ele mi korik. Kirinovaten even a single house. Kikiboru Senate kele otko chorseti, otko nyoetab kati kenyochin kat chito nekilipan ke kuni.
Mheshimiwa, mi kit nekomwa Mheshimiwa Rogonya Mutini riyo. Mheshimiwa bwana Korir. Komwa Magerer in Mheshimiwa Rogony kole kioibu report most of the time ako mawakten governor. Was that the reason why kyochok impeachment amu kiona ole mawakten governor?
Ako ndeso mani report no that kikilo ko akten governor ngo.
Muta.
Kikisir kele muta?
Pakele me tinye.
Ole kikisir kele muta?
Amache walwan kikatebe.
Kikisir kele to be implemented with the office of the governor.
So
meaning that office of the governor, anybody can become a governor and you implement the report.
But now, currently, go governor. We don't have two governors. We don't have two governors.
Who is your boss?
No. But
the other issue is, that's why I got Magerer Oleji. Ki so my report nebo Londiana. Otolele no mojo implement the fictitious. Ki so my report nebo Kasim Tani. Otilele nanye. We are now clean. We are now honest. Go to our days and net. Kimega implement the report. Ki go na me report nebo Londiana. Elegi ogile. Some of the CCs chiki mentioned. Who played a role?
No, not.
Engale gab Londiana.
Kingo.
Kiao Leonard.
Komiono.
Nyano Brenda B.
Kole
gisisi nebo health.
Na me Leonard. Ko gateben no miono.
Sisi nebo health ko kingo.
Prerogative.
Kole gisisi nebo health ko kingo.
Ma Brenda.
Komo miano Brenda. Sisi nebo ngune Brenda.
Prerogative nebo governor.
Gateben no leji.
Koger the validity nebo report chege gonu. Malasa magi implement all the reports. That is why we are discussing in cabinet. Magi implement all the reports among some of them.
Magerer ko tuwa. Kale magi implement all the
reports. Mheshimiwa. Nyano rabisha gate family.
They are in various departments.
Or accountable.
Kamwa lecha chugat. Chemiten department nebo agriculture is
about 17 Magerer Chaik.
No, gige accountant. We don't have a problem. Come after 28 days and aginya hesabu gimua wewe.
Inge mire unye.
Now
Magerer otinendet korones. Komiten on the chopping board. Mangolole no. Mangolole ngamuna mire.
Magitishani ke.
You have to face the county assembly. Agimua wewe kole gilia soko yai kasit kuno.
Right, okay.
No, bwana Korir.
Mheshimiwa, ogangoro omache kebe in.
Matingwana.
Magerer.
Amuni vitisho.
Magerer. Order Magerer. Kidogo tu.
Vitisho ko maana ingeipchi vitisho. They can do what they want to do if they have proof. They are not above the law. Kitinye sheria the functioning. just the same way.
Mheshimiwa Magerer, Mavitisho. Mavitisho. Amache in okay ochamwan amache keger mungaret kidogo ingele in megorgen amangatit sikewegen abwatwa oboy AIC Cheptebo Agricultural Training and Innovation Center amune somoni betab Brian tinye integen kun AIC Cheptebo courses chegoito koboto poultry kienyeji production dairy farm tenancy general agriculture animal production poultry kienyeji production dairy farm attendance ag general agriculture tuguk chemiten yoton ngot imache inai missing imuche iwe www.cheptebo.org anan go 0722 129 897 chengingei raini sobanet kobun en Cheptebo. Mheshimiwa, whistleblower ko Engineer Fred nine ko deputy governor in county nebo Kericho. Mnyano mheshimiwa, wewe itul gazit?
Anga
engineer.
That is the deputy governor of Kericho County. Principal assistant to the governor.
Kamwa Magerer yukan gole ghost worker.
Magerer? Otko Magerer ne mwoe gole boss na nyengat ko ghost worker hi. Ara mawal ne.
Call I have not seen him in office. Mole ghost worker.
Oy ne kitebe nan.
Makamwa ego ole kamwa. Call sto Magerer in office.
Ako malaza.
Kakemwa Magerer ile ghost worker. Can we go back to answer?
Go back to answer. Akamwa gole my boss is a ghost worker.
That's fine. Proceed.
Now, kokeli aso tiege report nebo nani. Automo discuss enole amune ziko mami office most of the time.
Ngone oje kona gole mami nani office.
Abara kwe.
County assembly? Aja. Yongeli mami my P office otebe anendet my P gole mami office. Otiki onjina governor goleji yai kasit. Ot governor sakne kona ko mami office.
Kale mheshimiwa Magerer kika overburden governor. Amun yoy kazi abigoi.
But it's the governor to complain, not Magerer. Who is Magerer to complain?
Kai mwa ile hii.
Who is the Magerer to complain?
Kela I'm here as in capacity nebongo.
Unless got into directive, you know, some things in county assembly go memo gini me substantiate ni. Unless got into rire of governor, esi mo Magerer go bor we gole. Korir governor gole ki ko chilang kasit, ki ko lian. Ako yanga ko chilang kasit o kikilewenin. Ilele ngit yo magi muji boisiet. Very simple.
Sige baby, what next bana Korir?
What next? Kogo le governor Masai nan tuguchu aga boiboinji kora le ka komwaita Magerer. Lakini ndogo sana en komosta nyu kwa gondoindet. Kume ke ayone na all these issues. Akeweke back kachin pick-up Kericho kasit. Akemwochi ot Magerer en komosta nywa. Ingeneche nguni kemiten county assembly kyoe kasit nyo. Ako kotoretech ot Magerer kokomut MCS alak inge kole kokochil kasit governor kabisa tar komut ot MCS alak chikokitinye en assembly koibu kotoret en kasit en executive kokokekonu kee chikoking'etu en assembly keyai oversight akehakikishan kora kele boisionik tugul cheyoche kyoe ko ki MCS kyochin biikab Kericho. Ane ko kikilipanan en chaik ko chaik akondab biikab kapchain en boisiet tugul neyoe executive. Akonda biikab Kericho County en boisiet tugul ne executive. Lakini makimae takebe that direction nekiwekyinigei ng'alek ko kikondoi. What I believe onda mukokse ot ke haven kityo mentality nebo Magerer akeranen the show how they celebrate the theft nebo Kericho County because it's not right. Yoche kobwa meset bichu akeyonjin kele kikobetyo tuguchu ng'o newegu kewek tuguchotet ketoreten meng'ikab Kericho County. I want to surprise you. Ingeng'ololi ote rabinichu kibetyo. It is only 5 sub-counties ne contributed to the revenue. We have one special sub-county nekikuren Buret. Ele malipani revenue. We Buret we litei. Ne malipani revenue. That's why kokakile en Friday. Akomoche amwai members of the public. Friday ni. Kokakile kityo yote governor sipitali komakimeke disrupted development nebo the county. Ndibu kamu yote governor sipitali. But on Tuesday we will pass a motion in county assembly. Unless wakina Magerer ko eleso nwe jele kiba 85 million. Kete sata kelipani revenue.
motion ko bane
lakini otkoma mwoe le kiba 85 million kemeke kuru all the members of the public, all the business community not to continue paying revenue kobukwa makon Magerer en hotelishek will kingetie that network. Want to appeal to the members of the public hele otini to town ageyachin chebo parking komo iliboni tatun kemwoe oron ele kibala otumamuche koborwe boisionik chebo rabinik chekiba inguni it is only 5 sub county neliboni revenue wilitein yamite market keume onusu makiume amne se makiume is it because elebunu governor makiyoni kuno so okiyonchine kele going forward ako ingen waziri nebo finance nge waziri nebo finance
mheshimiwa sikebe kekas opinion leaders akiche ne kino obwate mheshimiwa
you know ngomwa chito nekikilewen kabisa tuguk chekere ile
ara kiagelewen besho Magerer mame kora si
mheshimiwa muiten kidogo
ndesise somwa ngwanano kabarane kamuite kekas kotwe ngole chito makilupani revenue elitei. Can you call anybody mwa not big up litei ngubir akomwa kole makilupani inamen jombo lesenishek en dukoshe namen chebo mak asinai kabwatutik chetindo the likes of akina Mathew to whip emotions nguno kine kamach ko create en county go division kolamun bunu gavana buret ko favoreni big up buret. That is what is in their mind, to incite the public
Magerer
to incite the public against
yanwan agoino le kidogo
I'm knowledgeable enough.
Ami budget committee ami budget committee ami ten public accounts committee and county assembly.
I am knowledgeable enough mama go inform on anything Mathew. So kamwa negitiole based on the statement nenyi it borders on incitement amun katiam golle county sub county nebunu his excellency the governor kumaluban which he knows it is not true ngemeten en yoto amache a referent back to generally en tuguchanga kemwa tugul. I will stick to their own resolutions nebo the period nekakon nangamwa kole kerebe rights anum kumwa icheket en
makile anu Magerer kakile petsi sio nengunget
what no problem.
Yes
kaimwa kole the county public service board institutes disciplinary proceedings against the chief officers chango kilisten en yo akonyon komwa icheket kole county public service board on its own motion kotoi proceeding against the officers cheki participated as soon as the board is established. Okay, ingen assembly kole my established board nenyo akonge Mathew kole amune se my established board nenyo they refused to approve the nominating panel or the selection panel. They have sat on that thing for almost 6 months now or more sikobit ko Safaren county asikimwa kele ka failen mheshimiwa governor nebo nerube yoton ko kamwa kora in their own resolutions number 7 kole ka recommended forensic audit to be conducted by the office of auditor general amwa tuguchu in all 46 companies chekikiluban kotko kangen kole kibetyo 85 million. Why are they requesting for forensic audit for the companies chekikimwa kele through these 46 companies ko kibete rabishe? Even with that ko kaliana imagany ko go forensic audit the office of the auditor general asikobit ke closing chapter ni. Why are they going ahead ko no recommendation agoba ahead to implement ko go recommendation kole the governor according to section 30 of County Government Act takes responsibility of ngalechu kago emwa tugul, then they go ahead to bring impeachment of the governor. So the assembly kotko ngalek chemwoe Mathew ko chemwoe assembly, then they are wrong on that particular matter. Negomacha amwa kitiole the assembly should know the boundaries. Yang kago recommenden kit engi nekagomwa ako amacha referent to just 2 sections. We have got article number 227 in Constitution of Kenya. It provides that for procurement of public goods and services, it shall be done in accordance with provisions of PFMA Act, which includes fairness, equitable, transparency, and competitive and cost-effective. On subsection C of it, provides sanctions it provides for sanctions against contractors that have not performed according to the contractual agreements or legislations. Why isn't the assembly able to allow the executive to deal at some of these contractors who have been given jobs abo fail? It was not makosa nebo executive kugogi goito contract and then it fails. Mwisho sanctions against persons or companies who have defaulted on their tax obligations, guilty of corrupt practices or serious violations of fair employment of laws, has also been provided for under article number 227 nebo katiba nebo Kenya, and it has provided kingengele miten kibiaitonik all along. Otinye bwana Korir kotisirai nikiboitiot kosember bandek akobokoe bandek en imbar kobongo makosa nengung makosa anan kiboitiot nekokesir isember bandek kobokoe bandek. You start from kiboitiot kono sirini ko kole sember bandek mole bee bandek. You get the point? Ko tungo tatunan ogetji asir kiboitionde noto akobokoe the same thing, then you now say pagi yame tungu ngamuni kikekoi chichi kasit yukinye koai ngalechu ako kenye kochi kora bokoai ngalechu kora. So yes,
before isir kiboitionde ni kiketeb status chechiket
ara makitebe kwa nisiri chito nemengen.
So konang kityo en brief akacha Magerer inye ko at least kiriegu member of parliament ne tomoe a member of parliament nebo county chubo chemengech chukimiten ngonyero. Magerer akome kityo ketoretkei kewoljin en kasarta nekararan. Akomoche ot atinye nebo kiboitiot en arawetab 2022 ko kisir meng'ikab Kericho kiboitiot agenge nekuren Dr. Eric Mutai. Ko kangosir kiboitiondoni akamwa Magerer kole yebokoe bandek kiboitiondoni en imbar kosember akoibe keteben kiboitiot makitebenin chito nekisire, iteben kiboitiot chito nekesire kiboitiot. Ko kisir biikab Kericho kiboitiot akosir through akosir echek MCAs. Angen ale kekonye ile situn koteben en 2027 Raya Dr. Mutai koleji kilya sebe bandek, lakini manono kityo. Magerer inye ko MP netomo itye ako ite soityin ngamun asome akane en somet nemiten barak.
Kongoi amun kaichanga.
Magerer yon kakiwirta motion en county assembly anan en national assembly koteken how long sige reintroduce the motion?
6 months.
6 months. Ko kingewirta panelitab committee nikikon governor nebo public service board kikiwirta en motion nekiibu majority leader through the appointment committee. Imache kolyan county assembly ngone yoche tokoyok listit age ngone ini chobe speaker listitab select panel anan chobe governor.
Kabare chobe governor
Kot kotomo koya governor listit age kikiwirta motion inoto ototomo koya governor listit age ime ke approve ne ko ki county assembly. That's a question. Ime ke approve ne
walinoto mheshimiwa kidogo yote inege
they have the panel. I believe so.
Kikiwirta the motion.
I believe.
Ayanga kiwirta the motion anga kile ma fitten bichu the ko select panel. I make approve ne.
Mheshimiwa kiko koita governor ko nit kala ko county assembly.
I believe koita. I'm not.
You believe? You believe?
Yeah, it's something.
So make sure.
I am a head.
Magerer. Very simple question.
It can be answered. It can be answered Manguni. That's what I'm saying.
So
I have to be factual. Mama say ramwa kit ne garo ni finance.
Kiyo governor listit ab select panel. Ko kangoyok biik ab select panel ko kikoyok ko mamuche kowolge. Kikerka MCA chu ko kakilainen na pesa. Chemamuche kowol. Kele si otibe
improbable news on your colleagues.
Amamo. Otukoyok biik chemamuche ot kosir kainet en ko select panel nekime ko chengwech public service county service board. Ke komosir motion inotet kewirta motion. It is now 3 months down the line kingewirta motion. Tako tomo how many months? Ako tomo koya governor listit age. Ama teben no gibe. Tomo koya governor listit age. Is it the county speaker nechobe listit anan governor? Ko kakomwa Magerer kole governor. Ototomo koya governor listit. Imoche ki approve ne Magerer. Ama teben. Another thing.
I'll find out right away.
Kakimwa chombo rights.
Kotomo ketar.
Sikekun specific en one CO kele matitakikochi rights. Konendet ko neki indochin kasi mtaani. Kimishusen 39 million in record. Lakwet nekekuren Betsy, CEO nebo Magerer. CEO nebo Magerer kengolole. Ako CEO nebo trade. Ako lakwanoto kora ko CEO nebo ICT. Ako kikose kora kele mekikoi kora koek CEO, overall CEO nebo CEOs. Ot koi Magerer, kokilecho matokochi rights lakwani because kiko misusen the resources chebo biikab Kericho. Kimiten the step en ngalekab Londian.
Aitotene kiakistoen boisiet.
Makistoen boisiet, mamiten ma-implementeni bichu report. That's why ikose ot ngololen 28 days. Konge kole nekit sikobek 28 days lakini wendi kora ko-implementeni report. Lakini kachomchi ngamun kokoyai revision, kokoker kartasit.
Ongoi mising. Noton ko mheshimiwa nebo Chaik, noton kikure Mathew Korir, kimiten age waziri bwana CC nebo county nebo Kericho nebo agriculture go kilolali tugul tesetai tetutiet kokoromitu lakini ochomwon kekas akichek opinion leaders kit nemwoe ngo nemwoe maniten viongozi chemiro yu mwoe mheshimiwa Magerer nesaru serikalitab bwana Mutai mwoe bwana mheshimiwa Korir nemiten ak MCAs choton chekiimbicheni governor ako ipinjia sawa oret ainon nekaikai kimache ketestai kitaune Wesley nebo Kapkatet chamgei Wesley dakika agenge Wesley chamgei Wesley
chamgei Breso
Misi Wesley yamune
Chamgei Wesley
Ami wen oba chamgori nekemwa kabisa Breso ile chokoba onge meten ak ongeweke ngiboisiechi biikab Kericho.
Yes.
Ak itingewalwech ngalekab report nebo 86 million. Wetan kokibetyo anami. Kacham yoto kabisa.
Yes.
Ngabiwe Magerer. Kakirorichech en county ni kabisa. Karorichech ngwony kabisa en tuguchu chang. Chukiyoe ak ngalalet. Ako Magerer nano yoktera. Oste lembechek en county. Executive. Oste kabisa. Lembeitano kabisa en county. Kila mahali kebare yekiyoe, kila mahali bare ki ibu report ipchi gavana ilei lembe itan kiboisien en county ko mekemoche noton nekokomurite Breso en county ni kabisa koyait emoni nekingolole lembechek en ako inge Magerer amune siamwa kounonito oste lembechek
Ongoi mising
komukokse number 2 achoktoi to matar 1 minute nyunwei en Breso koro report koro aktene report kokengalalen ngandan report ni koboisien ko nekibu chito kibu engineer Fred binafsi akokono koboisien amache toa oversight aina kokwek komie noe ni ngwong ukere ngo oloji tuguk kobetyo anai ni kasit ko kowechowchoki anakakoyaa
Ongoi mising
amache toa ina Breso amache toa ina
all right kongoi mising arab sitiene jamge bwana sitiene
Igotwo Magerer ak MCA nekoker nechepchep kabisa.
Kongoi
Wetebele kityo swali nebo isile. Ngone mwoe manit. Amache atebe Magerer swali ni. Number 1. Yeshe ile maam gavana 9 million chebo biik chekibek. Number 2. Kaketeben maswali komemache iwalu chorset nekikichore 5 million. Ingen ile matibirteket ile chobwa en Senate. Senate ko biik chekitoreto ko biikab Wamunyoro. Biik tugul chemiten serikalitab Arap Ruto kokibirgei on governor amu kile moityi biikab Kericho kengalale chorsetab 85 million. Atare maswali nebo Magerer ni. Tos iboti ngarinong'ung tishu chukikyole 3500? Wey, mheshimiwa anyo mheshimiwa. Mheshimiwa neno miteo.
Breso.
Amache apongezani bwana.
Kongoi.
Amache ai kouni wey.
Yes.
Mogai koin Magerer nekiwitasi komon ngobis amu kikichorse ministry nenyinet otinye nguvu ko NCS on corrupt CEC so no
Kione CECs lo
kione
Chief Whip
Jamge
Yes Chief Whip
Magerer
Jamge Chief Whip
Jamge mheshimiwa Magerer aki teata MCA akinyekebe Mheshimiwa Magerer chama tegisi lakini this time kokoi target kabisa amu tegisi ni sigishik 9 million pound chekikyole sandukushek chekitakitibeni teteni ile makyame kiboto chekikakonu kikonu 20,000 rabinik choto nebo oeng konyo kora ngalek kinyokeyoe poa job en komosta nebo Kibruku Stadium kobar biik 7 anan 5 because of poor chop negi ke wachu o get report kabisa company shake magis get to go na ni ngala kabisa very money kaba nan kigitu je to man ako ngolol ke tore ti gini impeachment gini koi milage to Magerer yo ngo kichunguzo nigile uti sana mkichu la agera ni kunyo luka pisa konget kiguni impeachment kabisa akona brain net kora tukujuke foto tukora sini agi tege memi matatu mwana lutogo go chikirtege la paz kabana ni tipo ngene mtoto kabana
Right.
Amuni kala kakichorto chamga chorto gai mapira mera ite chamga chorto gai woche elanda chori ko chori ingete Magerer mami chori aibu sana
Aya, Sigei, nebo siongiroi, chamgarap Sigei, daiget agenge, bwana Sigei.
Chamge bwana Kipet Korir.
Chamge Sigei.
Nangeti kongoi Mathew ang Magerer. Tebutik chu amache ataki. Kamilan gerichun. Yani kiyokto biik che illiterate executive kwa kofeten kompunitab Mathew ne illiterate kora. Yani bomi na somanat eng gerichun. Nana tayanan bwana Mathew.
Yes.
Amune suko desperate MCAs or raise the numbers. Got through ko gibet tugu. Ako MCAs obo struggle or raise koto overtini ga 33 kotor struggle ni got ko gisa ina 33 ko le asukwa ko Asia angwan. Amune asukwa ko Asia angwan. Yugi nyora mo raise ni number. Number 2 without Fred. Takuma mi ga sine ko to tatugu jutul ko ba Fred negi ga lenjin ko nusumukate ko ma hafta aga gele ba tara speaker nemu nema chesi tungo trust nongo kitungo le tarin boy basic fact ibare ga teche apu na nguni basic fact ko chot ai ni magitinda ye apu tagarain agora yachu rabi yachu gibete ko baraya ko chora yachu ga ni londia a chora yachu ga ni brookboard a chora yachu ga ni litei kemo tu tango ko we rin yageren etunem
Ogoi missing, Arab Sang, nebo mau. Chamge Arab Sang, ida nebo Narok County. Arab Sang.
Wewe chamge
Arab Sang.
ikatuan mheshimiwa Magerer au mheshimiwa Mathew Korir
Chamge.
now amacha tereni mheshimiwa Mathew chamba chi tugul chama marobera ne taban
Yes.
inebuti mayuego that is not personal ko tebe ni chamba chi tugul amun ko gergei to chita na ko nyebut mayueg subui akonyo studio now number 1 ngalalet ne ngaloli ko ibire tege ko sira ko ti representer aya ka ngalale ngalegap corruption ko ngalole ngalegap corruption ni giricho ko ngeten ganamet mpaka sai lazima impeachment gavana sigibor kele gavana nego impeachment ko corrupt mamiten oret age nebo EACC nemuche konyo chungusan even a sitting governor ego kipchatua governors alak chetinye allegation kou in Barjo ako the sitting governor ako makele ki impeachment MCAs sikonyo kichungusan tuguk chekakile kibetyo yani motinye report age tugul motinye evidence neboru kele kikichor tuguk en Kericho County apart from the numbers ko ngalale numbers chu kouon kit nebo maana. Number 2, the county assembly otinye independent aware mege takes the executive and one of the executive members ko mheshimiwa Magerer ne represent the governor and department nenyunet nebo agriculture kalyan siger Magerer kouon mfuasi nebo governor more than even ko represent the county as one of the executive members.
Right.
Kemwa ile inye ko kikilewenin nenatar. Kemwa ile inye ko kikilewenin. Ngone mokilewenin Kericho. Kikilewen Magerer ni amun kikilewen governor. Kingelewen governor komiten biik chebo eut, agenge en biikab eut ko Magerer. Anubina na mheshimiwa. Ingen biikab Kericho ele miten imanit. Ako ingen biikab Kericho kole mamiten tuguchon umwo ole kikichor. kemwa ile kichop governor committee kai confirm en nguni ile you was one of the committee members chekibo in Londian inyai neketeben kelenji kibano rabishek if you was one of the committee anu kuchan siyesi na chupo Kericho biikab Kericho 2027 awonan siyesi chu kabisa kwa Kericho they are comedian they are not even representing their people
Arab Kogo nebo Tinderet Arab Kogo
jamge bwana Kibet Korir at mheshimiwa Cec Magerer jamge mheshimiwa Mathew Korir wa mune
jamge gogo
oi kakas kao ngage kao kata nama matema lakini kamera teren CS kora alejin MCA kondo din Mathew nyo alejin kagera inman dobe agoi po sirtrek ngatutik unota gole medike kapana kao ba goi senet Giotong ko misanet kora po amgutit kora mong benal mau sukseria komye anan mau ni remanda komye anan ne jitemen na korang tai unda mus ngko ga cha ge dor ku wakri jo county kung ko ba bo nganal kora ko ki ko tin manda kai kora ni don ne boy meja tebe mheshimiwa Waziri Magerer
yes
ang gatale Magerer ko nito kora kali MP
yes
ko meja tebe ng kora mheshimiwa lein tentu wakri jo ka kasine ga jumwa jigi pa in ngale ka ajali ke lagi bete jeb kondo kelegi bete ne ko bete tugu angkume walwagi ngoret nagira le patalo se chopi itmanda ni to kora ke nei gele ko bete man anan mapetyo alami walung ngoret ko executive agenge nega ke tebe ngaleng yo to kora agira le mi tangol ta uturi ti to utun kora ni tuun di kyo ma yo tuun kora ni mara ko ma ni MCS contract ge o bo sentini ge o mara ko to dinyo ko mi tuun ti bete kora amo chome kora o tulgo mi ka mi ti kyo tul ji ka kri ngore ne kararan aku walu kora ni mo ko kopi ngo kongo
ongo nyising kocha
ya muna ba Kibet ya muna o
acha mege
ongo ya sagere wa kwa nafasi wa kwa site
testa gimi
ongo entaye kege mutwe na bagni ugeni
Magerer
tu mheshimiwa Magerer
nani chito nebo 148 amangu ale ko kawone ni na mutawagere teseta kora chito nebo 148 Desta kocha.
Makosa hicho. Mheshimiwa Waziri. Ak Mheshimiwa Mathew amune.
Nzeng kocha.
Chamge majority.
Kongoi kabisa karo ngalal. Ora komwa tul komastanyin. Ako tinya age tugul haki no kwet kutetean upande yake. Mole mi makosa. Mathew ko yeye oversight. Kuimi executive akinye Magerer oinge nele kwami Mathew oinge nele ko kimi tugul kamaje kama na koche singoro
yes
ngale chongo ako chondo kwa kimabi ngale chondo tugul lakini yelo mi guni Mathew omi ongalalu
okay sir
omi onyochi kega
yes
omi yelo ongalal
yes
ka ngeti kutugo ko tilil en Senate governor oyin mo mache to teseta ngale choto omo ngalal osomo kabisa kwa agenge ngololindet nebo kole osomo Mathew
yes
osomo oger chondro chini oger oro ngalal ije Mathew ko kimi besyo yu ya gabana
yes
besyo kichoru wengu
yes
we amungo ko chuda seneta ko chini oyin ukitabu mo wale ji kole yaga banam chito scrutiny suswe kebagat osomo kabisa kwa mingine tapke kwa agenge ne kwa baje ngana lakini guni ko chilili ola aisiru omai la base de tinye ko rai ke suena le ito omo ngalali omo nyochi gegati ako testa Kericho osomo ginne elo amo titugul Mathew ko mawo ya nibi otage ke nien kage wa gasaret kugero ga chilil omo ngalalu
sa
omo ngalalu nyochi ke
ongo missing amacho chamo ikebe news kiwekse ndai ko sige tuten chambi ke mi conference in the next 15 minutes to la miskeweke kinyoketestai in olega kibagagen mheshimiwa Magerer waziri komiten age MCA komi Cynthia Terere kunyone live in roju kugonok news ko git neu motwait again kiwekse ne matian kiwura Kibet Korir
Nenyo TV tunatambua kazi yenu. Oya boisieti mnafika mpaka kwa ground na muko kwa kichichi, muko kila mahali. Yaani muko mpaka birthday, mpaka hata mama akijifungua muko hapo. Nyinyi watu wa Nenyo TV. Kitambona kabisa kimegele kongoi. You are also there to air our views kama wananchi na kama sisi watu wa ground. Mungu awabariki sana. Anende kwa Daktari Pastor Salina Chelimo Cheruyot Wekesa.
Utagotin akwegene komosi nyamba lulukwete amunin kagira graneta o kikigerna utagne ni media lakini ko taguna obwanu kumya osibuna kweguno agonde kibindishe kichenetishe mising agoba atipta ak lakyo kiche chasomane agonda tuguk en Facebook chemanyalu ole obos matonde weche changi chemakimuche kegerin ak lo onde kibindishek che kororon chekisibi komie.
Netai achame sikobit amwa kongoi amun Nenyon TV kokitach Nenyon TV en boiboiyet no koki biikab kutit, biikab Kalenjin amun stationit noton neko ibu walet en community nenyon nebo Kalenjin. So kitoche kokitach en boiboiyet kikere news kikere ko perfect kabisa kiweche kongoi management akotakesome kele sitowit ko upgraden ko tako kanab station nan konyo barakyat sikobit keboiboenji ak programs tugul keboiboenji ni kisome kityo kele testai kou noton siko kanabta ak Jehova. Kongoi mising otogotin en Mauche kitochoken ole Binjoro constituency otogotin en Nakuru county at large.
Netai en stationishek tom kai kotiechon tugul nenu kabura kora Nenyon TV ne kichomo kabisa okilige kunite mi station kibindi netamokase nebo tiongi netamocheni nebo tiongi kunote no chame kabisa en station ini Nenyon TV otogotin en lulukwe.
Kagoita sait somok notok nebo koriron chitab Kalenjin atinye kamangunet ale itesetai nyoru betut nekararan nenakatan ako itagat en koronetab rani kenyoru logoiwekab emet en koindo chotok chebo sait somok tarik 4 arawetab sogol kenyit 2025 nesomonu ak logoiwechu kwanindet Cynthia Terera. Ako kakotestai komongei CC notok netelel tetutik chebo kabatisiet en county nebo Kericho noton ko Magerer Langat. Ako testai koesha en kimnatet kole maimuch county assembly nebo Kericho koityi koitoshek kotinygei ak katiba notok nebo emoni chebo keker kele kimuch keisto en kandoinatet Governor Dr. Eric Mutai. Mwae Magerer Langat nekangalal keteshoni en kasarta netesetai ak tetutiet notok nebo tugetab bororiet kole maimuch koityi maget notok nebo katiba nebo keityi 2/3 asikobit keker kele kimuch keisto en kandoinatet. Kimuch icheget komwa kole kimuch kora kosuldaen chikilisiet nekim ak konyor baornatet kole makimuch keityi koitoshek chotok chenyalu asikobit keisto en kandoinatet. Kinemwa kole imuch kokimuch kolum notok polatet ama en tetutik chotok chenen chebo keisto en kandoinatet Dr. Eric Mutai.
Kale kikinyoru 33 akongen ine kole manyor. We proved beyond any reasonable doubt kele manyor. Procedure nebo impeachment nebo governor ko kimwa katiba kimomwoe Mathew okimomwoe county assembly nebo Kericho. Kimwa katiba nebo Kenya kole lazima korok ioteinen support nebo allegations chon tugul nebo 2/3 of sitting members chebo at that particular assembly. He knows they didn't achieve. Ko kitakone kotko mogoshin kotko Mathew ak Campo 6 cheki chobe ngale choto kole kakechob kuni kimae kelabate Senate kobo kole Senate onibichun alaki this is part of that report. Onibichun alaki ko kole ne ko mo attain in the numbers. You tried actually to usurp the constitution. Nekamache amwa Arap Korir ole nyolu kichungusan assembly yeb Kericho amun kotko muche kotiem ko circumvent constitution ko votenji other members ako gen kole konyor 33 when they know they didn't.
Nenyon FM.
Again ngone ko bororiet notok nebo Talai kobun county nebo Kericho kakomuch komonge akokon kang'ung'unyet nekim kot missing. En mwa kole kokotestai kitukte chebo tai magutik chotok chebo bororiet notok nebo Talai. Mwa kole ako en ngone kokotomo kikochi boisionik bororiet notok anan biik chebunu bororiet notok. En mwa kole nyolu en serikali koib kokwoutik chotok chebo kokochi ak kosikong magutik chebo bororietab Talai. Kama kole en ngone kora kotomo kikochi boroindo notok nebo kwaror magutik kwak akot en kasarta notok netesetai kobune uindo bororiet nebo Talai.
Keib ng'alechu parliament petition keib Senate through justice and reconciliation National Land Commission akikone seven tool kele yamege ketoretech implementation komaywek implementation akoi rani ngalekab historical injustices kengalale amami kii kikaywech akoi rani ngalekab parliament chikikisirtoywech en parliament kekaywech kekonech tomo keywech akoi rani kokone keker kele anganamgei nyalilech wakoloni ko kibunik chomu kechumbek anga kerkeit bi wakati nikinye ak wakati kora nebo biik ketuen
atala chemi kipsigisiu chemi kericho komanda mbare. Number 2 masomandos lagok amun en bananda. Number 3 momiten ikekuren kandoinatet ndokotab tala en kipsigis makansela makirwokindet mami kiy age tugul akot county government komasir lakwa nebo tala.
Nenyon FM.
Ingistoenge luganda notok tinyegei ak bororiet nebo Talai chitab Kolenjin ole koimuch konyor kasarta neui kot mising governor nebo county nebo Nakuru noton ko Susan Kihika eng kasarta nekokimuch ketebsen inendet en taitab committee notok nebo senate netinyegei ak konorwet noton nebo boror noton ko public accounts committee niton ko kosubkei ak nemwoe committee noton kole kokomuch koborgei kole miten mwechetab rabinik chekikimuch anan akotomo kiwong tetutik cheterter chekimuch kelumda en county nebo Nakuru. Choton kora anan yaut choton kimwoitoen serikalitab county nebo Nakuru komwaat kele miten rabisiek kite million agenge chekimuch kitaban ak ketechen kot agenge notok ne anan korik chekitoretengei kobaten ako en nguni ko kikomuch kotelelyo en kasarta notok nebo kenyisiek somok. Kora komwoe en nguni committee noton nebo public accounts committee kole nyolu en kibagenge notok nebo nametab osoya nebo ethics and anti-corruption commission koker kole kaimuch kochigil akobo boisiet notok nebo chepkondok cheite million 22 chemwaat kele kimuch kelipan akoityi kibage ana kampunisiek chotok chebo ngatutik anan law firms ako mamiten kabarunet notok nebo baronok. Kora kakimuch kitorchi siet serikalitab county nebo Nakuru kondochin governor Susan Kihika kole kimuch kosir kampunisiek chotok chenamu chichok chebo ngatutik anan law firms koboisie ana kotelelchi serikalitab county en kapkirwok komakisirto en serikalit notok nebo county.
How does a 1 million public toilet?
I don't want to answer in a way that I could mislead the House because I'm not sure about this specific one because it could have even been that there was another toilet nearby.
And does it mean the ECDs, they're not having a toilet? Where are they going to? Are they using bushes?
I feel I've been specific enough in, for example, in saying, we fired. However, we shall do an addendum where we'll be able to give you what happened exactly when they fired. Where did that money go, or did it go to another project, or that sort of stuff?
Despite the county having recruited its own county attorney, the private firms were engaged to represent the county in court cases without approval by the county executive committee. County executive made payments of 22.6 million in respect to legal fees to 6 law firms. Further documentation on how the law firms were identified were not provided for audit.
Nenyon FM.
Akitakemiten en county noton nebo Nakuru chitab Kolenjin ko en nguni ko sugulit nebo barak nebo Egerton ko kakomuch kitokyi konyek committee nebo National Assembly netinyegei ak konorwet anan noton ko Public Investment Committee niton ko kotinygei ak boisietab rabisiek keite million 100 che mwaat kele kimuch kitabonji teksetab tetut anan teksosiek cheterter en sugulit noton nebo barak kobaten mwoe committee noton kole kimuch kitokyi rabisiek choton lipanet noton nebo melekwek koityi kiboitinik cheisuldoen boisiet en sugul noton po Egerton. Akot konoton ko tetutik anan boisionik anan teksosiek chekimuch kelumda cha akoi en nguni kotomo kiwang koboto library en sugul noton po Egerton koboto komosta noton neteben ofisisiek cheechen chebo sugul noton po administration blocks. Ko akot konoton ko kosibkei committee noton nebo ng'echeret en committee noton po public investment noton ko Jack Wamboka komwa kole kibendi keker kele kimuch keyai chikilishet asikobit kikochi kerkong'et age tugul nekimuch kotinygei ak kochet notok nebo rabisiek chekimuch kitabonji teksosiek en sugul noton po Egerton.
Like at Egerton, we found out one issue that is mind-boggling, where a few officers of the institution decide to usurp the role of Parliament, appropriation of funds. Money is sent for a particular project to construct a library, 600 million, but then some officers of the university decide in their own wisdom to reappropriate that money to current expenditure, to pay salaries with that. So the project is stalled, it cannot proceed, funds are not there, and that is how we end up having so many stalled projects. Egerton University has 7 stalled projects. If that trend continues, it means we have no value for money.
Mignon FM.
Again kasarta notok netesetai ng'alalutik chekimen kot missing kotinygei ak tuget nelel notok nebo konyoiset nebo Social Health Authority SHA kokakomuch komongei committee notok netele tililindo en bunge notok nebo National Assembly akokochi kurset ministry nebo tililindo koker kole kaimuch koib kokwoutik chotok kichenen chebo keker kole kakimuch keisto kaimutik chetesetai keborenjin en tugonotok bo SHA akot kounotok komwoe kole nyolu keker kele kakimuch akot en kasarta notok neibe ministry notok nebo tililindo kokochin kerkong'et sipitalishek chotok chemwaat kele kikomuch kotyem koboisien rabishek chebunu SHA en oret notok nemanen konyolu kora keker kele kakimuch kekanapta sipitalishek asikobit komanyor nguyondit biikab emet chotok checheng'e konyoiset koboisien tuget notok nebo SHA.
The problem of corruption in this country is actually everywhere. You will find that patients will be involved in fraud. Caretakers are involved in fraud. Officers are involved in fraud. So if the minister has actually found that there are those who have actually frauded the system, it is good that he takes action on them, as he already put the names to the DCI. But would say that they move fast, deal with those people who actually are the culprits and get hospitals to work.
This issue of fighting this terrible thing in our facilities and in our country as a whole, it will take a holistic approach. All of us Kenyans.
Like new things, you will find teething problems. What we've heard repeatedly in all hospitals is that SHA is good. SHA is working. The teething problems need to be sorted out.
Mignon FM.
Again kasarta nekiwangu logoiwetab kolenjin ko biik 11 chekokimuch kenam agoi en nguni niton kokosipkei operation notok netesetai nebo balunetab borwek en komosta notok nebo county nebo Kilifi ole agoi en nguni kokokimuch kebal borwek 34 ak kenyor kebeberwek cheterter chebo borwek chebo biik cheitobu kole agenge ak oeng en kererisiek chotok chemaloen en komosta en county nebo Kilifi niton kokosipkei ak yautik chekiyoni kobo kayanet notok nekim nematinye tokyinet ne kiborenjin en komosta notok nebo keberta nebo Binzaro nemiten en county noton nebo Kilifi kosipkei ak noton ko Douglas Kanja komwa kole en nguni kotesetai operation nebo keker kele kimuch ketestai kecheng borwek en tumdo noton nebo Binzaro asikobit keker kele makituch ak kebakakta borwek alak en komosatak akobitu nitok en kasarta notok ne tesetai kesit en kapkirwok notok nebo Mombasa kekose akobo kirwoket notok netinyegei ak Mackenzie nemwaat kele kiyoni kora kotinyegei ak yautyo noton kiborenjin en Binzaro ako kikaimuch kotinygei ak anan kayanet notok ne manen nekimuch kotokyi biikab emet en komosaton kora po county nebo Kilifi.
The investigators are actually on top of that, and very soon we're actually going to get to know what really happened. But we are aware that many of the people who have been brought here were procured from elsewhere. They are not locals. They are from other places. Brought here, radicalized, and then at the end of the day they lost their lives that way.
Chitab kolenjin ko tamanakangwan ko taikoshek kakobata en sai somok noton nebo koriron ako choton ko lugab emet chekimuch keibun en nguni kongoi missing amun kenam boroindo notok nebo isub ak iker ketisiet notok nebo Ninyon TV ak Ninyon FM amache awekten agenge sikobit otestai ak bet Korir koboto kandoik chebunu county nebo Kericho cheboto MCA noton nebo Chaik ak kora CC nebo kabatisiet en county nebo Kericho Magerer Langat kigurenon Cynthia Terer ak nekoto timit kamagol notok nebo logoiwek amagun betut nekararan.
Enda super oloshole papa oyeyo nena television na bijingwa twankishu yolotiana Nenyon TV ware Nenyon TV na enang pokin kebijingwa twa oloshole Kenya murua na pasha county ya Narok omeraba gina sininye murua dikir Kimintet Lolgorian Angata Barikoi Keyan Tenebo Shangoi Ward omeraba ki Kilgoris Polosa Kilgoris Central kiagi yelo mon oingwa to murua na pasha yelo njerajo ore Nenyon TV na enang pokin Kongeten Transmara in logo yuek chepa Nenyon TV kikurenan Alex Timoy Olemuntet ni ko Nenyon TV.
Aneni MC Ingo tight up nandi the hype master chita na milebik eng tumwek oilewan ya kwe golengana mshere Mca Korir ako kere Nenyon TV kimiga
otogo tinin olengruan kabisa kainet kekurenon Brian ako tam kewacheni ketesietab Nenyon TV. In fact very clear ako kiboiboi. Sait age biikab bodaboda kona koime Kiswahili lakini amun kitinye akechek nebo kutit kikosengei kimuche kemwa komakiorogeni. Otogotin en olengurwone ako Nenyon ketesiet kiribe komie.
Otogotin en olengurwone biikab Nenyon TV kakeboiboenchi studio niton meigere komie nekiboiboenchini kikose ng'alekab kutit kikose kinamwa emet kami chewolwech so kiboiboen nebo man.
Kainenyun kekuron Terkecher Amuta chairman nebo bodaboda sub county nebo Kuresoi South stationit nekikuren Nenyon TV nekere kele imuche koyoptewech ng'alek chemuche kochilech en ng'weny mashinani so kitinye komong'unet kele ite magenyon koityin ot kondoik en komosto bo Kuresoi South so kongoi otogotin kot missing. Nenyon TV kongoi.
Nenyon TV tunatambua kazi yenu. Oyaiboisiedi mnafika mpaka kwa ground na muko kwa kichichi, muko kila mahali. Yaani muko mpaka birthday, mpaka hata mama akichifungua muko hapo. Nyinyi watu wa Nenyon TV kitambona kabisa kimegele kongoi. You are also there to air our views kama wananchi na kama sisi watu wa ground. Mungu awabariki sana. Anende kwa Daktari Pastor Salina Chelimo Cheruyot Wekesa.
Kaina nyumbandru agere Nenyon TV kimiga.
Kaina nyingo Gloria Shemwetich kuwacheni Nenyon TV kimiga.
Kaina nyun ko Savania Geroi agemiten Bomet agegere Nenyon TV kimiga.
Kainutik chu kekuro Thomas ekoitab Silibwe kiboiboi akewacheni Nenyon TV. Kaina nyun kekuron Arabat Ngeno kaina naam missing korati nebo Silibwe kimi kewacheni Nenyon TV en Bomet. Nenyon TV kimiten gaa.
Kainutik chu ko Victor Langat kier Nenyon TV kimiga.
Kainutik chu ko Weldon Chepkwony director nebo Coppelback Hotel en Bomet akegere Nenyon TV kimiga.
Kaina nyun ko Cheriot Kigen akegere Nenyon TV kimiga.
Kaina nyun ko Valentine Chide kowacheni Nenyon TV.
Kaina nyun ko Soy University en Bomet akegere Nenyon TV kimiga.
Otogotin en Bomet. Nenyon TV kimiga.
Akolal maat ako ine kimache kekas kele ne kit netesetai. Yeah?
Anale kanal Mca Mathew.
How do you believe? You are on assumption. Anyway, ingele korom ngakebwa royu ketebe tuguk iwalu tuguk ko maraisi. Anyway, nibuchin aginale kimi agercha bikia kwa ujumbe chikimache kesoman asiketesetai ulon kikini waziri bwana Magerer okay haya kidogo amache producer nenyun mi namba itage simu itage kitesetai waziri bwana Magerer kokakowek. Haya, tayari kakunyo waziri bwana Magerer kakoit Mca notok kekure Mathew. Kokitesetai kokimiten age kokikose opinion leaders akichek their views akichek kit nemwoe kotingen age tuguk chekotestai. What we want to have kokenai kele we want to reach into a consensus. Ongen ale mheshimiwa bwana Magerer mheshimiwa Andrew yemwoe magutik chemache ko county assembly ko lazima implemented. Oko kwek kit neukere ko executive neu magen county assembly ko lazima akichek ko implemented. So at the end of the day what we want we harmonize akenai kele what next, because kakamwa bwana mheshimiwa ale county nebo Kericho ko county negere emet komugul, county netiege biikab borietab Kipsigis iro yuton ko one of county nebo Narok. So Kenyan county nebo Kericho amun most of the people kongen kole county nebo Kericho ko gaa nebo Kipsigis ako kimache ke stabilize and everything in. So ujamuan ke gaspinga yang somogi sawek nya soman SMS chimiro yu kimache ke taune chita ne kure Katares, chita ne balitein Katares, chita ne balitein 1 minute Katares eyo onge tiep acha mege Katares yes Mathew so bit ko ne ngale lo dia ni kabisa amaje madaji tulen conference line agera luwami ko amutet nani bwana Katares manden line to sigewegen manden en conference line sigewegen 0795 0790 gonna bite negi muje ke baishie age 0790 50257 kono tane gimuche ke baishien kasarta negitesetai agota kuminga leketo mageteben waheshimiwa chimiro yu chikimache suku walwech tuan mheshimiwa waziri Magerer ak mheshimiwa nebo Olimbo Chai komitero yu Katares amaje testai Katares testai.
All participants are muted and they can unmute themselves.
Iwatu ni wanambali wana Magerer ak Mathew.
Dago touch.
Maswali chote yekitu. Maswali jabo chote yekitu kwa Mathew. Kani handi chuo kwa MCA dichu singo rinda lekitu kwenye mwanga legab londiani. Yani umwe tuke mwani ngitu bote tuke mwani nanyala. Kinge mwa winye kwa kutaktenene kwa mwa winye hii kwa kutaktenene. Ako singi ngolole kitu kwa legab londiani. Ako hii Mathew amacho regimbe matampo kwa rewe mwuri wasibi. Uzoka zini ngolole ngalabete kabisa. Ako hii mwenye ulutite kwa kio wote ripoto li amega nyita zinyi ngolole kitu kote. Ni ngalega ablite ngeti kile magi golite ni ribeni. Kai ajibe siye yipiga buriti agi yipiga na mungo ko osire lene 5 ko mi go moni njani ako yi ngalega chego nyo ngul ba gige rutuma mi mabo ise bagenga buri ke tam ile mabo ise bagenge ako yi mi otikiti nyukule mi mabo yaro ne bagenge ni go lectani over 1000 liters. Oyi to me ajenje mo ile mai go lectani rebeni ano mi to ni go lite adi kita jutikala je to le ne go bono bizire mo ni tu gara chage mo ke me je gora Mathew me contract awonye ano mo obotu ne ni sablo ni smokies chongi gi go iton je bo oni ono i go tie maji ni se je bas smokies ko maji na ne ga me maishe ko ni sablo ni maishe che idiro celebrate so ba yo to ni gara ni wale ya pare i chubare ne wo gi gore ne maji je wo chi maji chumete ngari se kima ko ne gi sablo ni na le ga pare i jubi ko shusha ni jo go gi te je no na gi ne gi te je wo gi idiro celebrate so
right
kali ana mai lambaita no ngono ogano di ko mo bari corruption corruption ni dukwili mato bwana ni be sieta ugare ngenge site ni buru ti bana no awi ko mo agora mi tu kala tele ma tu ni badan baita ndabu workse na lega bata mi bari betsi ite la ita le Magerer to ko no
agasi
Pichu kwa kiba udine kiba uwaita galenge ni senate yo mo galega petri yo mo galega to legi chu Trump kiri ra ko bele Trump je ko legi chu ba ko support ni Trump mo ini ko support ni kabana so mato bwana to bo no ko sintara ga siti ako ni ba ro ko chita ne ko to kan ne gi tore ne temori ini uliginye contractor ite ene wa ile ni patrol ko contractor te ene ko metinye nini ko metinye mami gine
mami
ni tungeta ndate go leta ndete Mathew ni wa imei kongoi.
Alright, Eric, alright, okay. Aya, iye dakika agenge. Ongetiem kabisa. Biwo nebo kalyet? Biwot?
Ya, ikatuano ko imama ju payta. Kangeti we giri chugun nenyon. Mathew. Yu president bisyo. Akingen ngaleku. Winne komye makilene kele makingen masala nebo biik kosinye. Matiburuonge chabraya ako enorit ko keonge. Kikoit chichon kiwango nemwoe kole estate ko mami kasit nekyoe. So kekonor rabinik kitututun kyalen biikab ile menye wiron wote no miten amu maboto development amu kichop company so matiboisien nafas ile iseret governor amun en tuguchon kimokchinigei kingen kingolen gavana mochobok ibe ate boriet en taban olon Magerer ko chito nemie ako oret nebune wiron kwendi korenyin kebeneti ko kichobe Magerer oranan tugul kongen ine kotinye ng'etkonda biik alak boisien biik nebo kelion bichon alak koseret weri koseret Magerer non ak koseret governor kingen tinye makinyege boriot ichon kikewol akebutan Dr. Bor kabinye kikibutan Dr. Bor biche kimwochi rabisiek kikoi alak ak tun kisiben alak olok chekila komwawech obwotini biik chebo komnetech akowai kit age kongoi
Marwa Chamge Marwa
kongoi kabisa komoche amwochi Mathew ak amwochi Magerer kongoi si Mathew etelele nekotelel ak raia kitambwonin ak emi kibagenge kakomwa Mathew kole kikiam rabisiekab biik chekibek en junction koyait ano kikiam rabisiekab biik chekibek en junction ngot ko makiam kolya sikobutan gavana biik kikibutan county secretary ak wazirisiek Magerer koron nebo nesoptoren amoche kimi ng'alek chekitomo kotar Magerer chekibo alasaptareno waziri Magerer kele tom kebutan biik en black tulip imaile ine biik chemi gaa chekikibutan kitaka imwoe mheshimiwa waziri kaimwa ile makiam 87 million makiam ng'alekab sunflower ak macadamia ak soya kokoitwotit ainon neno en Londiani nebo somok iyawe ile mi chebo DCI chebo EACC Kericho ako nebo mwisho Septore ko ng'anat saboten kit nekamwa arap Sitiene amache aker ale kayai kasit MCAs 25 kimoche ra 25 akeker kele ministry age tugul nekotinygei ak chorset kou nebo agriculture kou nebo water kou nebo lands non konyokosome korik en kipkelioniek kiong'ololen ng'alekab ele kakibirta kura mong'alalen ele kikiamda tugukab biik nyolu bwana Korir next time yetetoche biik ako nyolu neotinye Bible en studio kiit age tugul nenyone studio
Alright, kongoi missing Marwa. Isaya Testa ba dakika agenge.
Yes, saya.
Chamge Magerer ko kini mai line mar.
Chamge.
Ibong tuga kuma
akle.
Isaya.
Waman ko lojan do na lele lagi mo man tulong mo ma lagi mo man rabi ni choni 6 million even to Mathew kyobe o tore raja jebo bericho ako be pakot ko kwa gini gi ai senati ko gi ju chemi but still matu kigilo liginam to mure ko cha ortu me kiginam to mure mo gi le gori so liginam to juri ko cha ortu me malas na ko tan kitcho waiga si no ko to gero le karika para rabi ni ga kiricho ako bago vige ako age buta nenga zite ako bago vi mole na support ni kwa ubaya
right
yo le lakini kini kimo kwa rabi ni ga kiricho bo so Mathew waiga si kumni onamge nyagan tiesi tono double dose le go ile ane ni ga ya ni mani ting kiricho.
Alright, kongoi missing Eric
kongoi missing batwa ne mheshimiwa Magerer sisi nebo agriculture ang Mathew jil ba kwa chamke Mathew
kongwe abe
Imia Mathew ko gibirungura pick up chai kwat representative Magerer ko tafatan in County Assembly ko CC nebo agriculture Magerer tu juma jwa londiane ko pai ku CC ala kitoma Agai Magerer koi tu ako ting togan Magerer ang ministry ni health Magerer ko mapa health agriculture ko bicara bini ga blondian ana modocho kete ven sisi ni department ni health not Magerer kede Magerer amengo munji inyagi veten namzies amun ko to naga bana gubulat kin ko fetin ko yeraran ngu ni ma tegele mu ko support ni ga bana ke ma tege mbi ke bungala ba County Assembly Mathew ki tu di ni jorwa ki ko de ba to na nga olim ba ju tukul ti ni ma Mathew ngala olim tu ju ko ma to re diraya je ba giricho tati we forward ne bara ya yana yue ga se wa ba ke ba ko muni Mathew chambi ke ben diga na ngam se mi guni giricho kya ke ben diga la ke diga la gero yana ji ni ga diraya of ga ke amu tu re girete ni bejo legi ki nyam ji na ja got ko gi maju ko gi tin navas ne e jam dugu ari ba se diraya je ja got Magerer memi yang gwa ba timba ya Magerer amu ngo mun ke to na 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 ta taring mutta ijamma ga bisa all support is tukul je ba giricho como mi nigi tuje amagia bo ariet gela tu
let me see all right kiben bate basoni si ki wanguno aten kibet
jamge bagarra
jamge
ni romba je Langat kanyo Magerer anyo ngalal ko executive manyo ngalal gama ngalal na agriga tanegen ingolole kanyo Magerer ungolole on behalf of executive visit of governor Mathew agine ngolole Mathew umwana le gaba assembly awa machara ga mijengi ni gamwa chito ige ure ngatares ko le Mathew ora igi bai yang Mathew ni winta abuse ko kya David nanye Mathew ko chito ni mwana nete agotolele nyingu agenge mawala so ko mutena ma debe ni Magerer angalal Magerer agongo Magerer ni go support ni na gaba na ago support ni wara assembly amunyanga ko manga bile wole o chap ko ni ngunu ga Magerer wole ko ngalale na mungale choto to sko yangi no mo bi Magerer ino to gari tera bi ni gala mo bityo no boy kigil ba contract ya ibe ni ama contract lagi ni go ko nge teli go ba contract ya kema to ngwa gasi ago je mo bi tu ne le ba ne je gi ko ma ki wo ni ma le so isa ina contract lakini mami betu ndio ngani kwa mtu kwa mea yasi kwa mea deliver tawafiri kigili ba contract taeju kwa ma deliver mtu kuchi gimache samanda amachi asom mwezu Mathew okwa County Assembly aga executive agol delete azeba giricho county amachi uchomye gimache galiye amachi getebote tegure senators MB women rep MCA agavana ago tebote ago ngala foto sebo bi abiricho ago mani aman nibu chwe gitete amaje gityo ngire ngaliende nyale ngot kokya mispi ago bi ke isire garana amaje ya butambi choto ago baga tagabana edune mye gibe kongo
alright eyonyo iwangat pike mi conference nguni ko chambi kabisa ago mogere togo chini boroindo pike changi uchamwon agesuni kityo Mandago nebo korao daike agenge Mandago abalasen kicho Nakuru Mandago agebe kigwa waishimwa jamge Mandago
na baishino jamge na baishino 1 minute amunen Pakistani wewe watu wa Magerer yamwe mheshimiwa
jamge Mandago
igatu Mathew Mathew
baba kabisa
inge Mathew ko toror ogesi kogere tu golo soma la to ogesi county government ba guricho fodemo to lo se Mathew ago gumurene kechore tu gap guricho akbetu ne kichubishe to chubishe ko boto go kwe Magerer kinge kasi no ya okwe ko watchdog chebo governor ago okwe kora ko advisors chebo governor
Namboni kodolele mabetyo tugukab Kericho ko kiban mabetyo ya ongia gele mabetyo so tinye ni kisir family choto ko sorobinik kwak. Number 2 Mathew ko mi ko bet kejeret en 2027 ko bet kejeret ko kitotean manitab biikab Kericho. Iko tebine kejeret lakini ka bit manitab Kericho kot kibur kouni koite kechorso tatun en inye Mathew en ofisingung kometinye mamlaka yokobo gavana ani pye kibe ngoi.
All right. Magimu chitab Narok County, Magimu abalazen kityo. Magimu chito nebo Narok County. Aya, agere mi koitet. Yes, testa Magimu.
Kibet. Akasin kongoi nawe kongoi yana basi nyamuka kwa saa kabisa. Motinye ngale kecha ikatuwa kitu mheshimiwa Magerer. Jamwe mheshimiwa.
Chamke Magimu.
Kongoi missing komache kityo kapongeza nini kasi ne Kericho. Ake amache amwowo eche kemi Narok kire komalo Kericho. Lakini kikere kasi ne akipongeza no. Amache apongeza nini imite ministry nebo agriculture. Ko kararan kasi okilenji governor eche kemi Narok kole. Tukucho MCA chono amache amwoe Mathew. Ngotko momache oboishe governor Mathew kokobek ngalecho. Amache ilenji Magerer governor kamwa ole ngotko mamache MCA choboishe tugul kemoche keboishechi raia. Ngoboishen ward administrators chombo Kericho chebo MCA choto otam MCA nombo Chaik. Ngotko mamache koboishe governor kenam ward administrator nenyi nekikoi resources tugul koboishechi raia. Nibo matinye ngalek chechang chekuro makimeche neme kokobisi.
Aya, Bomet speak.
Jamge
speak.
Iyo kwa saa watu wa Magerer mheshimiwa au watu wa MCA. Kama ja tebe kityo ni MCA nebo Chaik. Kama director nebo company. Kaga sima golele director nebo company. Yoni director nebo company ko mangura bije kama nena account kutko manye. Hata sisi tunafanya kazi ya contract. Lakini kama je mwa chimani pesa MCA if you are a contractor you have a company. Matonge nalge na baraza itu kotorrie bure ko wo magina gele yoni direct nebo company iwo keni kerge ndi waite company nge boisien le ko boisien so long as ko kama ko nye ko tunge withdraw ni rabisha ko bonge Magerer kwa kusimama na mtai o wakumaje ya mwa mbichu gele Kericho ngoga o aibu choma urapie
right
kuma yoni uni nyumbani Kericho district nata boisien choketa tambuni le tuja tu ko ne yongeri ako rapie chaibu ako inate Magerer kandi aso yese kuriyeta ko lenjin ako ngalala muti president agra ina ke tersa kach e Nairobi why but ko ti chamege kandi aso yipsi awe barchi wando ikyo kelita sibo sigi ke to kete situngo igira mari mi tuguju kare bwange yer boriye kele ako ko boriye ne bo sigi amuni mami chito nengene kiyokti chenyego uldes boriye.
Alright. Barbari?
Kuto ngalalu wangetin amune waziri Magerer chito nemie muguleldo. Korong ama pongeza korong Magerer non. Situmo kitinye no libo Bomet chebole konne ukiwa kui assistant minister nebo energy. O chito nemie muguleldo. Yo mun ornyon.
Chamke
baba. Kile ibo manyu no Magerer mara to mi na Barbari le mangu. At the same time ama LMG no bacha ko ori. Okwe ko kazi ngwango bataitwe. Omakan show logo tor kaliani baga ko kibache te baba ko logo ga 2026 ga kinam ke som siasa. Kaliana so seret kabana kablan. Ane nya ko tu magarga. Olele na nyu kuno ko tu magarga kabana yi. Olele na nyam siasa kuno no ko mo ba kan na anu ko rotte ko rai ai bu yasanat kabisa. Rotte kabisa ai bu kabisa. Ikimo ko ran geresa yasanat. Wakwangu kabisa. So si Magerer to no ne Kericho county agi tore pichu. In terms of resources up to kuchompa cooperative makan chai legata stigo in Kericho county. So kabit ko sabchabi ndo li 7 shilling amun isi neranga nan mit NCC stool kiba Kericho county. Nugi kitna na mata ren amacho legicho on matingo mu gora ba na ECC o samone gora wan mami ne ba ko wallu. Ya ka banasi ki seret kablan mala kweta.
Boy missing Barbari. Chairman Waziri agin Mathew Ochamwan Mheshimiwa Mathew Ochamwan chambi ga kuma wagereta gename au kalabat kasarta kabisa amache na kuno poroindo o temo walu ato atinye tebuti ketage tebege kasarta noton nekiwangu Mheshimiwa bwana Magerer mi jinega tebuteni amaja asoman kole assembly has become a house of dictatorship where if you are not dancing their tune unatolewa. MCAs walitolewa from the committee who are not dancing the tune of speaker. Unaona mheshimiwa?
Mamache angalalen yon because mamiten MCA nekimuche keisto en committee.
Lani komi some MCA chekikisto. Malen kikisto from the some committees chekitinye privileges.
Kikure ngongo.
Kimarus komnyano?
Kimarus ko kisto committee nebo roads. Ngamun maki-implementen projects tugul chebo roads. As the chairman of the committee, kowache yakikishan ile kakipcheita boisionik konamgei ak budget nekonde MCA. Ko biik chekiisto Kimarus ko ma speaker. Ako biik chekiisto Kimarus ko ma MCA tugul. Koisto committee nebo 9 members. Miten okot cheu echek chemaki chairman. I'm not a chairman to a committee. And it's not a must that you yegu chairman nebo committee. Otko moome committees, okot nguni ketinye MPs chekitinye en Kericho County. It's only one member of parliament nebo Belgut, ne chairman nebo defense. The rest ko vice chairman kunyikanet, ala ko ma vice chairmans anan ko ma members to many committees. En assembly ketinye committees chebo sectorial ak ketinye chebo departmental. So in terms of that, it is not a requirement as an MCA koron imiten committee as a chairman. Imuch imi committee as a member. So Kimarus akine ko kimiten members chekimiten committee nenyinet cheki members puch. Kou Tarimboit ko ki member for the last Tarimboit is second time MCA. For Kimarus ko second time MCA. Kimi ko chairman Kimarus ko member Tarimboit for long. Ko nguni ko ngeisto members chechiket Kimarus ko kiyoche kongololji members chechiket. Ineni ko has nothing to do with impeachment. Ineni ko has nothing to do that with support. Ni support ni governor anan is support ni assembly.
When bwana mheshimiwa sokochi waziri utinye hakikisho ole kibete rabishek en token nebo bwana Magerer nebo agriculture?
100%.
Mheshimiwa waziri, ndoge raini audit en your token waziri bwana Magerer. Kinyoru your department ko clean?
Kibet kako confirm Magerer kole kikwa ruskepe. Akiko confirm kole miten some items chiki supply. Kole some. Ako chomchi Magerer. Kit kityo netoreti Magerer ko because honest. Sait age ko defended chorset ako we kora nyu kole some. Some nichu ko kiyoche ke supply na to Magerer che maki supply. And then another thing ka baibaitu en ele ngololdo biik kostoikab anan opinion leaders. Baibaitu kabisa because alak komwoe en keret ne yatat.
Komagona koriaktenji waziri ndokiyoe raini audit komie your token about agriculture koting'en ak allegation chemwoe bwana Korir mheshimiwa mi komie?
En kabwatenyu ak olongende ko responsibility nebo tugun chetesetai en department nenyu komiten under control.
Yes.
That is not to rule out kele mara komi mistakes here and there. Lakini in as far as I'm concerned,
yes,
ko kiribe tuguk chenyolu kerib. Ako ngochebet kit nekachebet kisubi kenai kele kachebet en ano. And it is a normal procedure nebo all governments. Magilen kele is special to Kericho County government. Yeah, even in all government, all county governments, national government the same. That is why constitution go create an offices checha negibare office of the auditor general, controller of budget, EACC, DCI, all those institutions ko gigimoche si ngabe ke chigili ko agogo reportishek kwak chi tugul. Ako those reports chekigonu ko magiibe en ole kokiipto kele amun kakesir en control of office of the attorney auditor general.
Yes.
Akele uo mi tugun chekibetyo en yu kele ongiket biik chekimi yoto tugul kikure bichoto akinyo kechungusan. Chito ne chungusani ko Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission, which I'm happy I reported in Rwale. They are within the county. Ako magi worried. Amagi bichono ko magase betena. So magi walk to see en rewe radio anan kesindan gang matayo en rewe asikobit ko ai bichungasit ingen kasinywa. They will ask for documents. They will scrutinize the document. They will know responsibility kole kotindo ngo akonai kole kibit makosa en ano akokon kora recommendation ne nan recommendation inoto ko kole maya kasit anan kole anum kotko Magerer ingen ngalechu ngetuye ngotin. That is the responsibility. Konokose kutakibogok institutions chon okimwa president, and even the constitution is what they say. Yes. Kien visagen biikab bororietab Kenya konai kole agoi yo miten makosaishek komiten biik simokibirge amun kot kesindangee en ireu ak Mathew ko matindo documents chotinye akot indatep komi documents che mara mokimuche keityin kotiengee ak sababushek chemi chetinye ak ofisishek, lakini we can suspect kele mara komi makosa nemiten ireu. That is why now their report is important. That is why kesi report ninywan. That is why kakon tuguk chekikuren recommendations. Makoni sinye mole bichu nibereger kikisir en English kisire chito nengo kole recommendations chekakikochi executive kelenji ongeyai kouni, which within that recommendations simatestai konyonyoni agere konyonydos biik amu biik chechang komuche kityo koyoe kit nekibore mob justice en ofisaek cheimuch kokiyai kit nekinyolu koyai en ole nyolundo anan kokichilila ki nekemuche kereprimanden chito netindo that position. So I want to plead ole in yekakoyai assembly as part of our government. Amun county assembly nebo Kericho ko part of county government nebo Kericho. Amun we are a county komiten government executive or komiten legislature. Unoda kine mogitinye ko mogitinye judiciary in counties. Amun that is a preserve nebo national. So what is happening ko yon kokon maoni chekakokon. It is up to the institutions chekikikochi kamukanoto. Amun got kobwa for example EACC officers chemi within Kericho kotinye haki koba paka account poko kero kot chonga tebena Mathew kole CR12 ko ngo tuguk chemamuche anai in my position as a CEC, lakini EACC can be able to know that, so that yekako nai chota anyu
aswali nebo Magerer ko kararan ya eteben ile chekibetyo tuguk kole mabetyo ako kachomu Magerer agere otitet testa kinetkei kemwa kele kibendu tano kiliana for my view going forward kosokonet ak biikab bororiet ak konet kora akinetkei. We are still learning. A leader is a learner. Ketesetai kuno ko kararan stakemwochi ngeman kamwa anendet Magerer ni ko kikikochi kasit en assembly kinetech standing order ne notet kora Magerer kemwoe kongoi because of induction, but akot akinye malipanin assembly sibenete kinete sinye yokse, of which that is a standard practice. Lakini serikalitab Dr. Mutai keliponi contractor asinyokwai kasi ako muche ot koib 1 year 2 years sinyokwai kasi. So Magerer kit kityo nosomin anendet ko kondoindet ko IMC onda kisub kityo sheria kanda ngemwa ile yosomoni report akokere onda kisub sheria. Chang biik cheyookse en Kericho county chekikwai kasisiek che quality cheot akinye ingen. I'm happy because once upon a time you are a leader, and being a leader you will also be a leader in your life. Contracts agaro chomwong ne kauno not kainutik chechang pakot katares kole a contractor ane I can become a contractor mami kineto na ot kasi no ngune nebo MCA ko contract nebo 5 years nekikona raya kasi ne Magerer ngune ko contract nekikoi governor. That's why kero Magerer lupchone ni akotetiani governor lupchone akana atetiani raya ko kikikone contract ko kai kityo contract lukuyoito biik alak koter ak ele kikuyoitoi. So my view ke kuon kokikeroten this county komokyinigei soidi ako mokyinigei raya kyochin boisionik.
Komenyon conclusion amache iyoktechi som sikikoin mheshimiwa waziri
kawe silikab katet kasomwe silikab katet kole ndamukokse ketake oversight echeket matakeboisien report nebo governor ako amache amwochi we silikab katet alechi echek che oversight ako oversight nemoe sikekere ko kong'etengei kastab oeng kikosome biik kole kikole governor mobo procurement mobo ne ko kimache kebe to the details of the report nekikisir en ad hoc committees chon tugul ak chekikosir committee. Inguni ketinye another fictitious payment about 26 million. Kono non ogere ile kibundoi koek live ak kimutu contractors nyokomwa kole amune sikeliponi. Ako the same companies chekikakilipan en 85 million. Ketinye kora fictitious payment nebo 26 million. Amoche amwochi wesilikab katet kimokonech engineer Fred ine. Kikonech kora biikab chebo Magerer en office. Kitinye cost workers 1955. Nekit biik 2000 chenome mushahara chemomiten payroll nebo serikali. Lakini tuitos ak mushahara matindo IPP numbers. Kumaanisha these are the people chema mushahara chema accounted for in county government nebo Kericho. So kebendi sikeyai the oversight. Oversight kora nekime sikeyai wesilikab katet kemeke bringen to the conclusion ngalekab chorset en Kericho by bringing the CECs ak CEOs to the county assembly nyoko answeren rabinikab raya ak answeren boisionik chetomo kyai en wardishek.
Mheshimiwa komesiptege. So mi kiboitinik chekelipan en county nebo Kericho 1953 chebo mi kasit matinye IPP
matindo IPP numbers. Kono non kedilenen ko ki county assembly yekirishumen en kastab oeng. Kateb sitiene kole kaimpichen Magerer. Ma Magerer ne keimpichen. Ako Magerer koyoche kokilgei kocheng numbers going forward because this one umeite sana amakiteben ay 2/3 kime 1/3 kime 16 and above. Lakini we will not also do an impeachment nemo mi seria. We will not do an impeachment nemo pokeni grounds chekakilabelen against Magerer ak biik alak chemolione chemotinyege. So on this one momoche ota discussion because yekiweke Tuesday kotindo Magerer time kotindo CECs alak time konyiko defendenge tindo that opportunity konyiko ngalal kole echek yoe kasit kuni rabinik chekibetyo anan chemobetyo kochu. Dispute nebo kakiteb signatures. Ko signatures komo kisainen MCAs 35. Chito nekindochin korong kosainen signature nekiibote 33. Kiibote signatures ko chito nekikuren Kiptegan, MCA nebo Kapsouth. MCA nebo Kapsouth nekinome ko collecteni signatures to impeach the governor. Lakini kingoit some level koistogee. Ko kingoistogee ko kisainen 35. Lakini chekibir kura ko 33. Arap Sang emo kateb korong kole abokiti ko ingen ile tomo ketuyechini ak Arap Sang ngweny ako kaboroker ko supporters ine chebo serikali ko mara kongen ile tam koen ak serikali maiwek. I cannot answer that. Ko serikali ng'o. Kole kyomi committee nebo Londiani. Makuyo kole kyomi committee ino. Kyomi ad hoc committee nekichungusani rabinikab Londiani. Kimomiten committee nekikipcheitoe rabinik. Ingen ot akine Magerer kongen chitugul. Ako ngo en dintiret ko kole ne kosomis kole noyonchine ak ongyai kasit. Ofwech akot ane amiro akosom alele Magerer ongetoboten ak yochi biikab Kericho kasit asikobit kotun komo kichachane chechang. Kocha silibwet kosom unity of purpose ako amoche awekyi kongoi kocha. Komiten kabisa keimpichen Dr. Mutai lakini kakole ongeyonchinen. Amawe Borbori ko kale tupchang Magerer. Ko echek komakikere tupchondit my brother in law in governor. Lakini yon kakoek tugukab emet ketoitosi onda my dad onda bamongon ndochin chorset aimpicheni
olden alak
Katares amawalchi kityo Katares ko kakomol amune so ngolole Londiani. Katares kikichorsa en Londiani unless ko kiyamokinye rabinik chuton ko momoche awalu soidi. Kale 5 versus 1 kale miten tuguk chebo empowerment chekisupplyeni unless ko kikonon executive supply nibuch ane ande budget rabinik ak kele kakoib tuguchu koche ko tikikonon ko kasinyu kora ngamun kichenge tugul rabinik en ngwonduni. Biwoten kaliet kole miten MP nebo West neboishenech komongen ane mobo West kakomwot kole mi oret nekichobe Magerer nobune komobo West abo Belgut. Marwa
olden alak sakonin imeken som amaite iger si imeken one collective in climax in bwana waziri amairi aktenje som report chechang alak komache unity reactenjin kityo kidogo.
Kongoi missing amache kityo amwa ale in generally most of the comments from radio callers akamoche awekyi kongoi amun en echek chekike-engage ak public for a long time komi kit nekekure feedback. Ko feedback ngunon nekikose kele kakasa ng'alechu kakimwa anan makasak ko ngalek che biru biik simoinik ako tebe clarifications ako konu suggestions ak ngalek chondon. So amache amwa kityo ale CTN Chief Whip and others changamwa kole in mae kechaktaen in katonosietab boisiet nenyun ko maoni chechwa ako tinye haki maoni choto ako mami kit namuche atesen yo ako mami ane any secret thing naunye so long as I get my right in terms of what the constitution gives. Ko matinye wasiwasi okot enga if there are issues about
Testanyi waziri.
If there are issues about threats to impeachment, ko we shall deal with it yanga gaitiot. Sige sang kogo kocha ko on the overall ko katep for reconciliation. I support personally got see wategeni time onyone studio ko amun kimoche ke demystify ngale chemara ko gemwa ngele chang tu chemwoe bi ako chang tu che gosebi tande teben chitul ko lein kakikas kele kamwa radio kakisire Facebook kokere no you know so chang tu chemuche komwoe biik as a result of not getting the correct information. So ko kwategen responsibility anendet neka kokakeng'ololchin ak colleagues chechuk en serikali keker kele kaimukakse kesich an opportunity which I thank Nenyon FM ak TV kinyokemwochi biik exactly what is happening. Kotiny ole kokeker some of the recommendations in reports che kokonin che conclude an assembly, and some of those reports ketindoi and it involves a strategy of implementation. For example, angele ke disciplinen kiboitinik che kisire Public Service Board komiten en katiba ole kisupto. We accept it will be done, but it must be done according to Sharia. Right. Isaiah again Katares, I agree with the views kora chebo Katares. Amun kamwale there is an attempt, yani mi jaribu na ne kibesio biik en Kericho County. Ako mi ko chi nekasir wanen ko leon, mi bureti ako ayae boisie lakini kilubani ashuru. Ai kaza lakini ko kamwaat kakimwaen yu kele biikab bureti ko maluban. Ko kakosir. In fact, I have two people. Chekasir wanen ro I'll not utimache agoni their numbers, motinye their names, atinye kityo their numbers. I'll give you. So that one ko kiyoto ne kamwoe ale matke boisien kora opportunity. Right. Kemwa in kine ma right sikor kokochin biik alak kaimut kole kilubani en yoshuru ko malubani biik alak ak yo attribute nang ngolionde noto to the fact that governor ko happens to come from Bureti. Ko makimoche tuguk cheucho, kimoche unity. Ko yan kakemwa kele kimoche unity, koek unity nebo ukweli. Mwisho moche osomana ale ingoya assembly kasinyo, and they know their job. It is to represent the people, it is to legislate, it is to oversight. Kupokoki executive kasitab implementation nebo magutik ab biikab Kericho County. And let us draw the lines. Nguni ketinye intrusion en komosi ak komosi. Kitinye biik che kimi executive chemi assembly. Kitinye chemi assembly che kimi executive. Ko matako choranak boundary en kiyoto nekakokon interference. Lakini komwoe ole going forward, I think as a decision of government ko kokimwa kele kimoche ke separate ngomie kotok boisionik singosoisonech assembly kosoisonech en boisionik cheki nyolunotin keyai ako tinye kamuget icheket kolian inye koyai kasoisonishonoto. But overall ko konyor biikab county nebo Kericho boisionik service ako iripchi tugukwa, which I can assure you ole kiribe.
Bwana Mheshimiwa, who is behind all these mess in county nebo Kericho? Is it a political supremacy? Ana mi chine behind message mi county ni?
Maya ne kityo Magerer. Egero kokibare jekta kebwat kele bakwa kole bichu ke dissolving county. That was idea chebot Magerer ak governor kokikokile ndako ki dissolve sikonyor opportunity kora rayat akole the responsibility
kiba governor nekingete ngalechu
kikakur press akole ama dissolve county kokongoweke senate komato ko dissolve lakini kokakilechi keyochin echeket campaign kechengchi signatures lakini kakole Magerer kokonyi
signatures
ale kikonyor signatures kokakime kityo ko proceed na convince the president ak convince the process nebo notet sikoek rahisi the mess nebo Kericho County ako amosom mengikab Kericho County kakole chito lakwetab chito Dr.
kamera nengung
kakosom kole lakwetab chito Dr. Mtai chi logab biik akeche biikab Kericho County ko logab biik kimoche kityo koteken responsibility ako ker ele ka implementanta boisionik raya chebo Kericho County amu kikonech is the only father nekitinye kuni en Kericho County is one Dr. Mtai neyoche ko protecten is like any father who is protecting the family. Kemoche kityo koteken responsibility ako charge of the county matkometechi biik inyoru tuguk cheking'ololen en nguni ko ngamun kimeto emet kimeto biik akot akinendet moroisi kongen kole kikichor rabinik. That's why yoche korelaenen report chekitinye ak korelaenen kora the information chetindoo members of the public. Ele kimesanen Kericho ni kongen pakot Magerer ni kongen the moment me consistent en kit nekepromisen the members of the public kokoromitu tun ye demanden biik ko demand kosinda walutik chetinye so akot nan akose nakeba function ikose kole kwonde 300 million kwonde 200 million chemomii budget yoche koik governor nekamwa manit komwochi biikab emet sikoron ko demandeni biikab emet komat ko demanden through even an MCA newane kotebenan kikonyo ward nyun kole asire tu revenue officer ako kinongen is ole kikisir agenge nono ward ko tuguk alak pledges Magerer ak chetindo executive ko sometimes it is not possible keateinen. That's why kasom chito kang ng'ololik opinion leaders kole otobos makornatet mi makornatet para nani nyoru kilele kisire takitariek 1,000 chemomii budget amae kerelaenen kit neka budgeten county assembly neka budgeten executive kokonech sitor ning'ololi otot komakimuch kyai notet kokakyai 70% or 80% sikot benefiten biikab Kericho County. So elemiten makosa kemoche ketuyen ko ki leaders chebo Kericho ak kemwochi kemanit kit ne possible ak biikab emet konai momi kit netokwoe MCA nguni momi kit netokwoe governor nguni netot kotokowal kenyisiek 3 chekiba makeng'oleke.
Kongoi missing waziri. Ngone behind this all mess? Is it a political supremacy?
Of course, kimiten political dispensation ko political supremacy jo. My concern kongete ko kiramwa ale mi biik che declare kole some ng'echerok in 2027.
Who are they?
Ingen, the public knows them. Malasa maachi campaign radio ningu moe chini chi campaign lakini komwoun kityo ak kongen biikab boror kole mi biik che declare kole asome ng'echeret ano mi che declare chetinye ng'echerok
kou nyes isome MPs
nisisi bakabarane ne walu otomo amwa ala asome MP
kimwa
I've not said anything like that but don't put words on my mouth.
Mheshimiwa kidogo
kero mi chetinye ng'echerok cheki declare kole kisome ng'echerok alak which is their right by all means makiesioi lakini en gas en position netinye nguni ko matiboisien position inoto iumisan boisiet nekotoyoe position inoto sikotoret boisionik chekitindoi en county nenyonet. That is the only thing I want to say. So political tukuchu amun tekeni big position yani kakere chito kole ndaka fail ni ano koeku rahisi en ane karon kolosome amuni kipointeni kityo mistake kikichor rabisiek makiyai chu kiki over promise kamwa matawe ni komie executive ke developeni budget lakini ingoit assembly kotinye assembly budget nenywa and I can tell you what imoche kora kebwan ikur chita faina we make proposals Kopo overturning all the proposals and they even budget nebungun is like that. kochunchundos ngalek che ngolole executive amun ingwa governor field visits kosome biik tuguk and governor can make a promise kole sige consideren en inguni anan ko budget nenyone unoto in the coming budget ko amunen pledges chu kikomwa ketinye
amache iwalwan who is behind
kasaba katar yoto sigo
matiro tamuka bektai
no but I'm building my story imeche ku lawyer ile yes or
no bende time mushimo
ko macho ku yeun yoto le ye ka ke promise na mun komi ngolyo na kamwa Mathew ye ka ke promise ko sombi kita kiyonji ko yoche ngunon keweke na kinyo keger kele where does it sit in the budget. That is why me opportunity kegini kibare supplementary budget. Even if we didn't include it in the original passing of the budget, ketinye opportunity by law ke some assembly ko reappropriate one or two area ko accommodate kini ko some biko kamwa kabana. Okay, so kamache kityo in a nutshell ale indoki stoi siasa chebo 2027 age ay kasit si agi 2027 ko bangange bi kotoretech en Kericho County. So komamache nguni komi biik chekekere kele ndamukakse kotomi out of the way asikobit koik rahisi ole kiyaito siasa. Lakini amache asom biikab boror alenji kokochi boroindo bichu kikolewen, kokochi boroindo governor nebo Kericho ak government nenyin ko deliveren at least en pledges chekikame.
Is it true that kina mawaz mheshimiwa kole cha lembeche ko visit of governor?
Ma mucha wale lembeche. What is there is over promising, which is actually not over promising. Tuguk chemoche biko cha. Even kiriga soko ta president ge accuse ni kele mwa lembe. Chang tuguk chemoche biko en Kenya lakini tute rabishek ago tute ngora kasarta. Unoto. So ni some things che lazima ko ikandoindet ikoshi raia kot kotel raia kole kali ame koswon inyi koswon okot ngo million ngo meyoe koswon kegas ko karon kakitobote ngunon en cabinet ko kikonu report kele in this area kusome biik tuguchu. Do we have a provision in the budget? If the answer is yes, ketestai. If the answer is no, keger kele let us consider this thing amun kamoche raia en supplementary budget. Kunoto namune sikonyolu komi kayonjinet nebo assembly ak nenye ak executive asikwotai kasit.
1 minute
achokini kabisa kakomwa Magerer kole chobe executive budget akoyoku nya assembly of which that is true. Lakini en Kenya ketinye 47 counties ak ketinye national government. In national government pukosomani MP chairman nebo budget en assembly ana pukosomani minister somani minister nekebare Mbadi budget a national assembly. These are the 46 counties. When DCC in charge of finance and head of the treasury, county assembly, akosoma budget. Since konam ngejeret mutai, ngomwa betu nikikonyo CC nenyinet nebo finance konyo kosoma budget en assembly. Otiyogu budget nikechop chemanamege ak ADP, manamege ak CIDP, manamege ak public participation. These people koyogu budget nema public participation. Kwenye ketabotosi ko ki county assembly budget committee. Ko budget committee nebo Kericho county assembly ko 30 elected members of the county assembly. Aibu issues chebo kapchai no de mese. Ko ibu issues chebo Soliat Albert ko de mese. Ko ibu issues chebo Kipkelion ward Jingili ko de mese. Akeker budget le ko chapta governor. Otuko chap governor tuguk che mamiten not ADP, mami CIDP, mamiten no Cipro, mamiten CIDP. Koma mingi niki approve and then Magerer nena konin kityo a very point blank information. Yon keker kokichop budget akesoma budget kechobe budget nebo raia. Ngamun budget no yoku ko mosubu otosoman okweke. Ngoni chobun budget sinye soman. Otikechob budget akiyoku nya assembly amenyon inye soman as a CC. Kono non makiyoku kityo kechobe nekisomani because kikoek desturi nenyone kechobok budget.
Yes.
Koni kamwa le iwe nyolu komi koshinet. Kaya raise a pertinent issue.
Yes.
And I'm here and I've said on behalf of government.
Yes.
Karagas kidege mwa.
Yes.
I will also find out why maybe my colleague nebo finance kumosi chebindo kwa no Robert Samuel ingele some agriculture I'm not the head of treasury. So ka mwa Mathew gine that's a very serious issue.
Yes.
That's an issue.
It's a very serious issue. Lakini ko ka testa kora nenyi na gole ko yo moyo gunengo ngechobe ne
mara
araba nengo tumami budget
yes CC KRCC nebo Uasin Gishu nebo finance KRCC nebo Narok KRCC nebo Bomet wendi assembly kosoman budget imoche kesomanun budget ainon inye nekochobungo makichobe nebo raya akesoman
anyway 1 minute
kagoya Magerer kole Magerer and then in supplementary budget Magerer may mislead the members of the public you are allowed to change 10% of the budget.
I know.
You cannot go beyond 10%.
I know this.
So budget koron notinye nekikichobe icheket is koron o implementeni koron akimwochi kora kakase chito nekikuren in kibare Bomet speak direct kole in koboisien gavana one administrators. I can tell you here ako nene ko responsibility nebo Magerer you will not work minus county assembly. You cannot Magerer go MP.
Of course kamwae alen kamwae implementation in ground implementation but you see legislation ak approval appropriation ak tugu chon tugul ko the county assembly must be able to do their constitutional mandate mogi ingilioni
Mheshimiwa, your last argument.
My last argument is that Segeger ko amache kityo weki kongoi Magerer because kakosich nafas akonyo anyaka kengalal aki kinet emet amache kityo mwa Magerer oib nafas o implement Londiani report oib nafas o implement kasi mtaani oib nafas o implement two issues chango gitachen and grounds chebo impeachment. We will try as much as possible. We are all human beings akikelewen cheche kekonech opportunity kandan ki represent ni raya wala lazima kora ke represent interest nebo leader. Impeachment is not an easy thing. When you impeach a governor ko kelechi chichona mami gi neto kosome besho. It is the same thing when we impeach Magerer next week. Ko we are risking the career nebo Magerer. Ko se ke risken career nebo Magerer ko Magerer yo mori bok tugab emet. Ako tanne ko se ilele miten bik chiki kole some ngejero. Kikotieno tarab kimeto. Kile matin ko buting ngalekab bik rip kityo tarite ko double dose emet ngta mateke siten ano emet ko kilechi ne kasinye ngalek akilion akiyai kasit. So the issue at the moment Magerer onge looking for reconciliation ne objective. The problem with the governor nagitinya
30 seconds Mheshimiwa.
He will not stand with his words to the last minute. That's why gile mapitana nipta more en palot ato magekondo ishe kibirche kenaene
wana maje nepta mo
kimwa zenda riba. That's why ginya na gole amma put county ni contractor XMCS chu amma mo gole contractor ngo ma contractor ngo erges matotale Magerer me pitana ne senate amuna maje so sam ngajere taf senate come 2032 and I'm very strategic and I'm planning Mamo gole masindana because angana na le siasa ko wala so even in a single minute age birgura ge takyul da. So my concern onge chimbi kap Kericho kasit akasome kora mengi kap Kericho matoim nafas o celebrate chorset kuyoin kirwoten ro. It was good for him to celebrate but don't celebrate theft.
And ini insa gochi waziri kogerin honorable Ogony kale boiling down nice 5 as 1 mi road show
makitinye road show echek kokokeib nafas ngunon keyai oversight aketoret serikalitab Kericho county.
Angen ale meng'olole niaba nebo bwana Rogony ne nekoimanishan umwoe Londiani junction Londiani Kipkelion it seem county tu nebo Kericho ko mi ne ingero konyale me ketach akine kuile kokakitakta gavana komamache ang'alal. 1 minute your last argument.
Mara tinye ngal kager ale ndokitinye ngalalet neuni en abokora ko togu oret nekemuche kekoshinechin ak ketoreten meng'ikab Kericho ak ketoret kora kipsigis. Amache kityo amwoi Mathew ole nibwat kimireus kakerorise tuan ako pangoni kobaran koyoi. So ko kiyoito nanyu no bara cham ngalekyik ikase na mwa kale next week yani kai ko next
week
is it true that omajo is Magerer
next week ketinye we are coming back from recess ako recess ngo kitinye ko kinet ke tuguk chechang. So kebone ke realign ni issues ak roadmap nebo bandab tai en Kericho County Assembly. Ko neta Magerer is my good friend. Kiasomanen basari chachi ko MP. en Kipkelion West. Lakini responsibility notinye ngunon kwa MCA. Komoro agere ngunon Magerer ko is my mentor by the way. Na now aruset nato encourage nenge Magerer. Olote kikisto serikali paka nguni awotako sabe Magerer in the meaning that kimuche keso. So the issue next week kikosome governor kole ane komosaineni tuguchu mi biik chesainen ko echek we don't have powers against the CEOs. So we will Magerer will appear before the county assembly by a written letter to motamwa CC nebo water, CC nebo finance, CC nebo agriculture nendochi Magerer, and then CC nebo lands. Oche chon kobwane nyokokonech kityo keret akichek kole tuguchu kikile kikyai koman makimwa kele nyikeimbичeni kot kosina nebo kowali ot kosina kowal Magerer betunotet kouli kikisita dakabanas kowal en betut tarikit 15 komakiyokto buko wale senate lakini ot kosina Magerer betunotet kowal en county assembly kole soyachu nechu kikilipan my department ko korosub kuni korochop committee kochunguza kekoini Magerer time kobokolyan kuhakikisha kole ka implement those things chiko promise ne cheche en assembly lakini otko mabo ko implement otko buri kityo asikonyo lele na teteni governor ndro ko chepkilet makitinye ngal chepkilet yo.
That's a confirmation. 1 minute. That's a confirmation. Lakini we are not scared. Kinde komoche kityo bring into the notice kora nebo Matayo actually no kiki ko the matter is now beyond us. EACC is dealing with it. Kumamugakse kora yanga go pick a matter EACC. They are the ones with the burden of proof. Asigo ipchi ODPP for prosecution AMB. Lakini list nekiko komwa kole officer echwak konyolu ke discipline. Kongen akine kole bendi County Public Service Board. A CEC has no serious role in those things. Unless now keweke leta nyile onge kinam kora a fresh inquiry nekiroyai. But if that is the case kele kage moving forward, I actually don't see the reason why you want to take us back. Ago mwangale chombo putane. There is no problem. We power ko transient. Imuchi tinyera or ngometinye. And it doesn't affect anybody. People that get 1.2 million. All of them are not MCAs, all of them are not CECs, all of them are not MPs. So we are not really worried. Kimaje get gisub sharia. Gisub sharia, what the constitution says, kisub. Mimi I will be cooperative, motinyenga. Lakini kutinda biga predetermined. Yani kabwa tudie negi ko bangat kotet. Koyota get yemi problem. Nebu ko motinye ngal amachane ke chomien ke boisie.
Amache wakatke. Zingot komi jami sang yune ko tar chebo gaa.
Asante.
Bi 1cc kora nebo roads. You know yang ke chiliban rabinik kikyo ke liban Magerer. Makosa non. Tenge tana to makai ke kosenji.
Tage chenge nafasi so bwana. Kone bichu kongo missing eno kweke tugul yogi mitul bagenge beta Brian nete tuteno taraba tugeta borori tingana ngage nafasi nebo Daisy Langat kazi kwa mpango aktetutugalak. Amaja mwaji kongo biik ab TikTok chebo kimi tugul kibagenge waheshimiwa onaiken TikTok nebo Nenyon TV.
Okay.
Amun ngalolutik tugul komi TikTok. So ngorimaje isibile nekemwa komite TikTok. Radio callers and opinion leaders chekangalal amaje obe TikTok ocheng nebo Nenyon TV ako liken kityok onyoru ngalalutik tugul emetab Brian. So waheshimiwa wenzako arta maktesa ibo kocheng TikTok asikosib ngalalutik kekemwa emetab Brian. The same thing waziri bwana CC Magerer imwaji executive kosib ngalalutik kwak asigenai kele tos ne ngatesa. So Nenyon TV TikTok onyoru konbuch akwe kiwa miten Facebook kemache kemwa kongoi biik chebo YouTube kongoi missing producer nenyun beta Brian Norton nekoker kole mi kit age tugul komie mzungu mu Afrika ututu take mzungu saishek ab sait man rumba ngana leje kwa kiono
si daja mbesho kemwa rumba
kago gas
stress
nemi kamera ko Jeff Bet age Alan Kiprono nemiten Vimix age biik yakishon kole kit age tugul komiten komie amaja magongoi akoi betut age nekakite tetutuke tugul komiten komie. Bruce ko kamite TikTok age Facebook wakishan kole kiage tugul komi komie. Kikurna Kibes Korir Alex komite graphics koir kole kit age tugul komi komie. Alex Koech komite graphics waheshimiwa kongoi.